Hello, and welcome to the world of Entity Point. Before we begin, I have a question for you. Have you flipped the switch?
No.
I am the narrator of this story, detailing to you, the watchers, ever present, and to the players, the world around them, and the consequences of their actions. I hope you enjoy the story we have to tell. With that out of the way, it's time to take a delve into our current state of mind, beginning with Archibald Monroe.
I think I forgot that I don't remember anything that happened last session.
You forgot that you don't remember anything?
You left before all the important.
Yeah, I left before everything important happened.
Anymore? What were you writing down?
The past couple sessions, and I then got distracted.
So Archibald doesn't have any thoughts. Constance Young.
You don't belong to me.
You rub them together. They make a squeaking sound. Anyway, of course, they light up if you rub them together. Anyway.
Admittedly, now is not necessarily the time for a lot of thoughts. Now is the time for things to happen, for action, for things to get done. And admittedly, this isn't necessarily what I had envisioned, but things are getting done.
Zachary Downs. So far away.
I don't think I ever want to do that with my power again. I think that almost killed me. But we needed to get him back. He needed to live. I just don't want any more people to die for this war. Especially when they don't need to. Especially when it's unnecessary. All of this could have been avoided. I will do what I must.
Mason Kane.
Honestly, I can't believe he lived. He threw himself off the deep end and somehow came out swimming. He's out right now, but he's going to come back eventually. I don't know how he does it.
Kimberly McKenzie. Pause for a moment. So apparently the audio was coming from somewhere else. So please say exactly what you just said again.
Nice.
So while you're fixing stuff, do you want to move the camera on Nam and Mannix so he's more in the center because it's bothering him?
Well, you see,
Tyler, you move over.
Nam usually sits far away, so he's normally in the perfect spot.
Fine. Far away. What?
Yeah, Nam.
This?
Yeah, right there.
Correctly this time.
That's where you normally sit.
I'm so small.
After all, there's not much space left in your mind.
Are we good
Does-
then? Or is audio still being wonky?
Nope, you're good now.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Did we do the right thing? Did we make the right call? Kimberly's in pain and frustrated and confused about everything that just happened in what feels like no time at all. And she looks pissed, she's in pain, and she just wants to get back to the people that she thinks is competent or are competent, and she knows how to work with them.
Of course, of course. Ariel Holmes.
She's annoyed and angry and just does not want to deal with this anymore. I don't know. So this whole group of people is just upsetting her, and she just wants to go and get what they said they would do done so she can go on and finish her own personal vendetta.
If only it were that easy.
I know, right?
And finally, Nam Sinam.
I feel pretty great. I have no idea what necessarily happened. From secondhand disclosures, it sounds like when everybody left to go save Alfonso, Manic was just kind of left. Correct?
Yes.
So I've Manic has some interest in Abraham, but other than that, he's more or less just kind of waiting. Nam is still mulling over a few situations, but is a little bit more not ego central, but more cognitive of the situation.
Of course, of course. Before we begin, do any of the players have any questions?
No.
What did I do last session?
You didn't.
I was okay. So was that the session where I just basically went out and was investigating? I talked to Furon. That's what
I was there.
Yes.
Yeah, that was actually a
But
big
yes.
thing.
Yeah.
Do any of the players have any questions?
Do I need to roll for premonition? I mean, I already did, but does the roll matter or not?
What do you get from premonition when you stop it again?
1 XP.
I
You
get
experience-
extra XP. Yeah.
Technically, even though you weren't there, you will get the experience because everyone else stopped it.
Sick.
There's no.
So-
Did,
Oh, yeah,
There's
probably-
nine.
what did you get on the roll?
I got a 13.
Okay.
10 plus 3.
That may or may not be relevant.
Cool. Pulling up my
any case.
character sheet.
Allow me to paint a picture. President Tracy Boyle stands in her floating fortress, watching the town of Entity Point. She knows that Rogue Alpha has failed. But this is just merely a minor setback. Stormcloud is almost complete. And soon she will have everything she could ever want. There will be no need for these petty wars for much longer. On a different side, we find Mayor Gideon Grant. stressed, panicking, papers everywhere. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to save these people. Walking into his office is Mason Kane. He gives him some advice. Much needed advice. A push in the right direction. Fine. I suppose this will have to do. Friday, November 13th, 2020. We begin precisely 30 minutes after the last session ended. So none of you were able to heal any harm.
Stick. I'm totally fine.
I realized I
first
could have
aid kit.
taken. I realized I could have probably taken all of that pain and still lived. By the way, Everybody did. I have a move that allows me not to die. So
What's a permit?
yeah,
True. But then you would have immediately died at the end of the season.
that's fine. I'm here for a
Details,
good time.
details.
So yes,
I'm here
we
for a good
begin
time, not for a long time.
precisely 30 minutes after the last session ended. All of you are back in the bunker.
Okay.
Archibald had gone out and retrieved Rogue Alpha's body
Wonderful.
and placed it in the lab.
In my lab.
His lab.
specifically. Because I know no one wants to see that.
Correct. Alfonso was Catherine took him and set him in one of the barracks to rest. He's not asleep, but he's not really responding. But we'll begin in the training room where everyone seemingly has chosen that is the meeting room. And all of you are there.
Is Catherine okay?
Catherine is currently with Alfonso. Physically, no.
Okay.
No, she is not okay. That's where we begin.
Archibald would certainly notice for the first time, as many have recently, that Constance has his new getup, including his skeletal reminiscent advanced body armor and the very notable executioner sword attached to his back. Just for frame of reference.
Yes. No. Yeah.
Jack is probably up there talking with everyone after everything that happened. Negative is off in a corner writing in a book.
We don't know where he got the book, but he
Kimberly.
has one now. Oh, right.
He's had one.
He got one from Kimberly.
True. For now, you have a moment of peace. What would you like to discuss?
I would like to leave and go do what we're supposed to do.
Are you saying that to someone, or are you saying that to me?
Yes.
So Ariel just says that out loud to nobody.
In a strange situation, Manic also kind of agrees.
Is Manic speaking in third person? No, I'm kidding.
Perhaps. Getting a little bored.
Oh yeah. Furon's condition was. Oh yeah.
He knows.
Most pressing right now,
Magic
we have
kid.
to take out the base in the middle of town, Stormcloud. We can't let that go on.
Yes.
Well, we have to stop the blockade first.
Yes. We were sent in by Cloud to stop the blockade. So, other Cloud members can get in and help.
There are 3 objectives laid out on the table for Cloud, which has been relegated more or less for this group to figure out. The first of which was already named was to figure out a way to disable, disrupt, and or destroy the blockade that prevents most of Cloud's forces from entering the town.
Well, that problem solves itself.
We know that the blockade keeps people from leaving.
I'm about to actually explain that.
Oh, go ahead.
Hold on. The second thing that we have to figure out how to do is to stop Kane from Universe 1A, who is currently still at large and whose final plans we don't know. The third thing, which, kind of goes without saying at this point, is to figure out what the UEG is doing with the devices around the perimeter of the town and with the device at the center, put a stop to that, and hopefully in the process either do substantial damage to the infrastructure of the UEG as a whole, if not dismantle it in its entirety.
How big is this machine? Do you know?
Zach would probably describe it. He was up close with it.
So Patrick,
I don't
describe
know how
it for
big
Zach.
it is. I don't remember.
Please describe it.
It is so the machine they are
How did it
speaking about
snow?
specifically is a rather large, about I would say 2 vans wide, and basically a giant square circular platform built right in front of the town hall, with 4
it's-
of those pillars surrounding the town also built on top of it.
So it's not inside a building, then?
No, it is just outside in the middle of the street.
So, the first problem actually solves itself. The barrier they're building is not to keep people out, but to keep people in. Anyone can
Okay,
enter,
but-
no one can leave once it's activated.
There's an army that is stopping them from entering. That's what we're taking out.
That's not what Constance was referring to. No. Correct?
Is it not? I thought there was an active military force that was.
There are
Kind of
That's-
secret.
there are a
that's-
number of UEG checkpoints set up within all major and minor entrances to the town that currently Cloud cannot figure out a way past. This is not referring to the devices set up around the perimeter.
I see.
They are 2 separate problems.
Okay.
But for your third problem about the machine, she'll tap Kimberly. Lucky for you, we got a machine expert.
Furthermore,
She said what her power was, right?
She can
Yes.
talk to
They
machines.
all
Yes,
told us.
she did say that.
I definitely think it would be a good idea to somehow get you near that machine.
we also, Cloud has another member here in town that could help out with that significantly.
Yes.
2 of them, actually. Well, I guess the other one's just smart, not exactly specifically technological. I know where Eugene is, right? Or do I? Have I been able to find him? No. No? Do you happen to know where Eugene is? Any of you?
I don't know who that is.
I want you to know.
If you
Got a clip.
I want you to know,
Eugene
Carson,
Euclid.
Are any
you were
of you-
basically asking 3 random people if they know insert name.
Oh, I
here.
was under the impression that literally any one of their leaders was here.
I mean, hell, if you want.
No,
Heck, even is Trevor here?
Concrete.
It's literally just us.
No.
Yeah, where's concrete?
Where's their
Um,
boss?
where's our handler?
Where's their handler?
Where's
Yeah.
their hand?
Where's their keeper?
Oh yeah,
I
because
mean-
Ariel has a boss.
I mean, Manic, but
Honestly, he might be down in the barracks at this point.
Concrete?
Yes.
Eugene? No, I'm kidding.
Well,
Concrete.
I mean,
And even then, even if their lead of Concrete was here, you don't know if he knows who Eugene is.
Oh, I know.
Didn't they mention Eugene?
No. Not
No,
to them.
Crow did.
Oh, right.
I do have a question though on the current status of the other Cloud agents who came in with Constance, who had their Achilles tendons.
That has
Oh,
been,
I
that has
fixed
been
them.
fixed.
I
It's been
them.
fixed. Okay, good to know. Just
That was
want to
the
make
first
sure
thing I did.
it was
Actually.
established. Okay, great. So we are faced with 3 problems, which means it's probably best that we separate into 2, probably 3 teams.
divide and conquer.
Based on preliminary ideas about what people are capable of, it seems best that Mason, Universe 1B Mason, is involved with solving the Mason Kane 1A problem. I don't know if he will lead that team, but I think it's important that he is a component of it. I think it is important also that Kimberly be a contributing member to the team that solves the issue of the machine at the center of town.
Yes.
It's
Stormcloud.
probably best that Ariel, Nam, and Concrete also go with her. The rest of us can either divvy up amongst ourselves what we want to do on either of those two teams, or we can figure out we can figure out how to solve the problem of the UEG blockade that is preventing Cloud's entrance.
Well, might be an idea to destroy the blockade primarily, because once we have Cloud's help, then we'll be able to, finish the other tasks, not by just ourselves.
Hopefully that's true, if we have as much time as we might hope.
One way to swiftly dismantle an area of the blockade, at least, would be to release some of their gas.
That might risk getting anyone else. That's not UEG.
Is there a way we can safely disperse it?
I do. He told
I
me.
know.
Oh, they don't.
Oh. Seeing the confused looks on your faces,
The three of you.
Talking about UEG's gas.
they're using the UEG has been shipping in canisters of a purple gas en masse, and this gas is being used to power their many devices around town, including the barrier they're erecting around the entire town. You shut your face hole. Shut your face hole.
Stop it. I didn't say anything.
Zane, I don't need you to say anything.
I did not say anything. I didn't even open my mouth.
They're using it to power the various devices they're using, and it is, shall we say, incredibly fatal to come into contact with in any way, shape, or form.
It kills you.
Yeah, I got that.
That's what incredibly.
But how
fatal
much
you for
of
being
it
blunt,
will
Mason.
kill you, though?
But I just don't want to risk getting any civilians or Cloud agents in the mix.
Right. So, my question again, is there a way to safely disperse the gas, or if not disperse it, steal it?
How successful has have the attempts been to get people to, not stay where they are, pretty much?
What?
I guess they can't
Anyway.
really leave.
What are you-
Kind of
Oh.
leave, pretty much.
Everyone that wasn't able to leave is inside the town hall.
Okay, so there's no. If we release this gas on a UEG little outpost, there's not going to be civilian casualties because the civilians are all at the town hall.
That depends how much of it.
And also, we don't know how long it takes for it to go away.
Actually, we do.
No, the UEG came and dispersed it themselves.
Oh. Unfortunately, Alfonso's the only one who saw them do that.
Correct. And you don't know that.
Correct.
I was just finding a different approach.
Yes.
That's a
It would be
whole
depend.
can of worms we are not prepared to
Correct.
deal with.
There is the classic terrorism.
That's, yes.
This is a war now.
Yes.
We're all engaging in this.
Yes.
As much as we don't like it, it's a war. And we're fighting to win.
Well, given that there are questions to be answered about the gas that UEG will be employing, Archibald, it seems best that you go with Ariel, Kimberly, Nam, and Concrete then, to figure out more about the machine and ways to shut it down. Or turn it against those who built it.
Yes, I could attempt to bring in Furon or possibly Eugene.
Yeah.
Furon might not be willing to walk into this.
If there is a way to steal the gas and we know how to use it, we could potentially get two birds with one stone and use that as a tool to use against the blockade.
I do have a sample of it, which is currently being, it's going through testing in my lab at the moment. Zax is taking care of it.
Okay.
We should definitely get rid of the blockade before we tackle any other issues. So
So-
we'll have an army at our backs.
The
Were you
question.
talking?
Go ahead.
Were you talking about Agent Euclid earlier?
Agent.
Eugene, you.
Oh.
Yes, that is the man who I'm referring to. Are you familiar with him?
I met him. Talked briefly. If you do know where he is, I might have an idea.
I don't know where he is, but
Is he in your little bunker
no.
or somewhere else?
No,
in
he's
town?
somewhere else. I might be able. I could try. He's definitely not at his old place anymore. But
Constance, you have Catherine's radio.
It's so true. I do.
You know who's her direct superior?
Eugene.
Eugene Euclid.
yeah.
Thank you for helping him roll no.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Constance will readily supply the radio once he makes that connection in his brain. He's like, oh right, it's been months since I've used this, but I technically still have it somewhere.
Thank you for helping Constance utilize the
Yeah.
thing he never uses.
So he'll go ahead and hand the radio over to Archibald. You can use this to contact Eugene. At least, last I checked, you should be able to do that.
He likely shouldn't have got contact since this was his only way to communicate with his subordinates.
True. Yeah. However, a number of things could have happened since then. He could be dead.
This is possible.
There could be something interfering with different ways to communicate. I don't know. Anyway.
Should the mission to investigate the machine be a stealth mission? Correct?
Ideally, so here is my issue with trying to destroy the blockade first. Kane from 1A is a wild card. We have no idea what he's doing, no idea what he's planning. We just know that he has a very strict vendetta against our Mason Kane.
And he has future sight.
We don't know if destroying this blockade plays into his hand or not. We can either make the assumption that it's bad or good. If he knows the future, as he has proven to know somewhat.
Do we know how far into the future you can see?
We don't know how far into the future we can see, nor do we know how accurate it is. We know it can be manipulated, but I'm not necessarily close enough. I mean, I don't think I'm close enough to do that to him, which I think is one of the reasons why we established a bit ago. It's important that I also be on the team to confront him.
If he can see into the future, then it doesn't matter whether or not we don't accomplish the barricade. If it's a good thing, great. If it's a bad thing, it needed to get done. Because otherwise, we're playing into his hand in either way.
Even if it's what he wants, it's still the best option we have.
Yeah. I think it is best that we
Can
just
distract him.
we move simultaneously. Yeah, I don't think we prioritize any one problem over the other. I mean, maybe we can prioritize the blockade over the machine, but I think if we're going to go after the blockade, there also has to be a team going after 1A Kane.
I have a question, narrator.
Yes.
What does it take to take control forcibly from Manic?
Oh,
You can grit.
didn't he roll premonitions?
Yes.
Yeah.
I said that may or may not be relevant.
Is it
You
really?
didn't say
No.
a premonition?
Oh, he probably texted it to him.
No, he didn't. We all know he didn't.
He doesn't like our group that much. He just can't play for us.
It's
A lot of the dice rolls are frivolous.
Yeah, it's definitely
but
not. Yeah. I totally hate this. That is your group, even though you guys work together way better than this one does.
It's because y'all are
I
off.
tried. Do you know
how-
Have you seen my character sheet? It is a mess. All right. I've got two sides to the same character sheet.
There may be a third at some point. We don't know.
Look, I don't want to see
the
cons.
same
All right.
coin.
No, very opposites. Would it be cognition? You think?
He said grit.
Well, I would say roll cognition for Nam and grit for Manic.
Okay. I'm all for those. All right, so rolling for Manic first because it's defense. So grit is 0.
Come on, everyone, help him.
Well, he got a 10, 2 5s. Fuck.
You got this roll
But-
12.
Nam has. So do I get a token from Manic rolling a 10 plus?
It's not exact. It's not the It's not the character exactly that gets the tokens. It's you. In this
Right.
scenario.
So do I get a token then?
Yes, you still get a token.
Oh, sweet.
Can I-
What a weird.
If Nam
Does
he
he
also
also
Can I
get
get technically
experience for failing the
assist
other
since I'm-
roll? Yes.
Are you serious?
Can I technically assist since I mentioned Nam?
Yeah. Kimberly had brought up possibly Nam interfering with the evil Mason due to being directly involved. So now I'll roll cognition for Nam. Ooh. That's not good. But I will spend 3 tokens to make it a 10.
Hurrah!
So Nam is taking over.
Yes.
He is forcibly taking over from Manic, which has not happened
the same
before.
In a while.
I don't know. Maybe it's been a while. I don't know if it's
That's
actually
what-
even happened.
I thought maybe once before, but I don't remember
It has
which
happened
direction it was.
a total of once.
Oh.
Oh, so we just well, actually, would we even notice?
Oh. There is a distinct shift in Manic.
In
In
demeanor?
color.
And if you look at Nam's camera, color.
Uh,
Because he had a red on.
I'm sorry
red
if
lamp.
I've forgotten this, but has Manic revealed himself to the other people he's not worked
Yes.
with? Okay,
Yes.
just wanted to make sure.
Yep. Has
Yeah,
brought it up.
Even Zach literally said, "I also have another person in my head."
True.
Weird. how
You
that's a
revealed him
common
last time.
theme.
He's been an asshole about the reveal, but yes.
You good over there?
Yes, this was a thought, and
Manic's
Kimberly
name is bad.
brought it up. But I think that if we do separate into different teams, I have confidence in their abilities in destroying the tech side of things. But I've gone to this other Mason's world before.
The White Room.
And the White Room, I directly influenced it as well. If I can manage to get back there, then I can possibly hold Mason to something. I don't know.
I mean, if you need, I could take you there.
It's an option.
Okay, so let's designate teams. Team 1 will be the team that attempts to confront Kane, which at this point consists of myself, Mason, and Nam. Team 2...
As you're saying, the reason I'm interrupting. As you're talking about team 1, you say yourself, Mason, and Nam. Negative in the corner of the room closes the book, kind of sets it down, and it's like, I would like to help as well. I owe Mason a debt.
All right, does anybody have a problem
Might
with
be able to help.
that? Any reason why that? Okay. All right, so that's team 1. Team 2, which will be the team that attempts to destroy, dismantle, or in some other way negatively impact the machine at the center of town, will consist of Ariel, Kimberly, Archibald, and at this point, anyone else who thinks their abilities might... Concrete also. And anyone else's...
I want Concrete with us.
Yes, absolutely. Anybody else's whose abilities they think might lend themselves to aid in that effort.
Zach speaks up. Unfortunately, I don't think I'd be able to really help with that one. The only thing I'd be able to do is heal, and I'd have to take that from other people.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that if I don't have to.
Team 3, which can consist of members from teams 1 and team 2, depending on how things fall timeline-wise. But right now, team 3 will be the people involved in stopping or destroying the blockade, which would leave Zach. We'll just consider Alfonso and Catherine out of the fight for now.
Probably a good idea.
Don't-
He's not in a good shape.
Yeah.
And even after healing him, he is unconscious.
Best to consider that out.
Alfonso is not unconscious. He's merely unresponsive.
Zach says unconscious.
Same difference.
Yeah. That will consist of Zach and currently the other Cloud agents who I came in with, which includes Crow and Chip and the rest of that team. Even if they don't necessarily take any action immediately, I think they're best for recon and communicating information to the rest of the Cloud forces on the other side. Any questions
if
or
we can
concerns?
If we can find Agent Euclid, if my idea works, that might help towards the blockade, but that all
Okay.
depends on a lot of moving pieces.
Furthermore, if we carry out the attack on the blockade, it will immediately raise their security. Immediately.
Yes.
They will be alert, and it might cause any other plans that are going on at the same time to go awry.
Or, if we do that, a large section of the UEG might come and attack us at the blockade, drawing attention away from the center of town.
True.
Question. While everybody is
Conundrum.
asking questions, I might as well. Do we know where Gordon Holmes is at? Is he by the machine?
Ariel.
No. For later.
That's the man in charge of the UEG station.
Uh-huh.
She's asking
Yeah.
where he is.
Is he at the UEG station?
He never leaves. He left once, and
He
then
never
left
leaves the
again.
UEG station.
Okay. I don't know where that is because I've literally never been to a town before.
Especially now that you have killed Rogue Alpha, his
Isn't that
primary
right?
bodyguard.
He's her uncle.
Did you go move your car?
So what's Oscar doing?
Yeah, we've got to know about
Oscar is staying here with Maya
Oscar.
Good
Oh.
man.
Okay.
Smart.
Good. Yes.
to make sure she is fine. He has
I'm
spent a very
surprised.
long time in a prison taking care of young children, so he knows what to do in this scenario.
Are the young children here with us?
Ariel's right over there.
That is correct.
Even though everyone from the subjects group, except for Concrete and Oscar, are basically 20 years old.
Yes.
Yeah.
21. I can drink now. Thank you.
Does Ariel know that?
Good for you.
No, she's never. I don't know if she's aware of alcohol or not.
Oh, she would have a field day once she does.
Just aware of laws or not.
She would have a crash once she does.
She knows.
Drink for
Yeah,
a
no. What she knows is very interesting comparatively. But no, but okay. So where is the UEG base that you're talking about? Is that the same place that the machine is being built, or is it separate?
The machine is being built outside, in the middle of town. The UEG station is set up where if I'm checking my map real quick. Near the southwest corner of town.
So it's not okay. And what
In Archie's
Side
old
of-
base, right?
town are we by?
Archie's old lab. Yeah.
What?
What side of town are we on?
We're in the forest towards the north.
Where's
Yes, near the north.
What did they say about Oscar?
Oscar
He's
is staying
staying in
with Maya.
and
Maya.
watching over Maya.
Isn't that Maya's dad? Or am I misremembering? Who?
Misremembering.
Who's Oscar?
Gordon is
yeah.
Ariel's uncle, and Oscar is her quote
Adoptive
unquote
father.
dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maya's dad was in charge of
Or
Sparta.
is
torturing
Derek.
us.
Studying us.
Poking you with
Depends on who
sticks.
you ask.
Researching.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
What else can you tell me about the machine?
Patrick?
No, she's asking
yes.
you guys.
Yes, I know.
What can I tell her about the machine?
What do you remember that I've said about the machine?
That I couldn't figure out what it was yet.
Not exactly what it does, but you know what the pillars do, and there are pillars.
I
on
did
the
explain
machine.
that already.
And it is nigh indestructible.
The
Oh, it's-
machine is nigh indestructible.
Yes, it's built from a numium alloy.
You could tell
What
us
is
and you
that?
don't know what it does.
Yes. Okay.
So
So
all you know is what the pillars
alright.
do.
Great. We only know for certain what the pillars do. As I explained, once they're completed, they'll activate a barrier that contain people inside the town. Anyone can enter, no one can leave. The central machine itself, well, we don't know exactly what it does. It and the pillars are all made of a numium alloy. It's a nearly indestructible metallic substance. It is powered by aforementioned purple gas, which is highly explosive, which is an alternative way of clearing out the gas if we did choose to release it. But that brings risks of its own.
Just to confirm, concrete's not in this room, right?
Concrete
Not
is
at the moment. No.
So we explode the device and it shoots out deadly gas.
No. If we exploded the gas, the device would not be able to function because it's not powered.
Though there's a good possibility if you destroy the platform in the center of town, the rest of the gas will also be dealt with.
Released, yes.
Released, which
Yeah,
would
that
be
is a
very
risk.
bad.
Which is why if we destroy it, we need to first just destroy the gas. In fact,
There's
yes, sorry.
there's no Courtney Brain is not remembering the correct term for making it
Counter agent.
so yeah. There's no counter agent to the gas.
There is a vaccine of sorts. However, I don't know how to make it.
So-
Only
Does the gas
Tracy
hurt
Boyle
you if it
does.
touches you, or only if you drink, or only if you breathe it in?
If you touch it, it can have its
Okay.
effect.
What color is
I-
it?
Purple. It was. It seems to have been altered from its original purpose. It was back in 1978. There was a man who had a power.
1987.
1987. I said the wrong order. I pictured the numbers and I said the wrong order.
Dyslexia.
I can explain.
Yes.
So back in 1987, there was a place called Kane Labs. Following
I'm
along-
sorry. No, does this fucking matter right
Yes,
now, though?
yeah.
Yes.
relevant.
You asked.
You asked, I will answer. It is relevant.
I didn't ask.
Someone asked, it's relevant.
I thought wasn't this, like, weren't we on, like, a strict timeline? Isn't that what everybody
This
kept
is
saying?
important. This is relevant.
I don't
want to
go messing with the machine if I don't understand what it does.
It is
Exactly.
important.
But we don't know.
to be
But they don't
cautious.
even know what it does. They said they don't know what the machine
I know
does.
exactly what it does.
No, the machine.
No,
Oh,
we
the
don't
machine?
know.
No. But I know what the gas does.
Exactly.
If we destroy the machine, it could release the gas. That's why this is relevant.
It seems they've been it's tampered with it, but back in 1987, it gave me and my friends powers, concrete included.
He joined Cloud.
I hadn't heard his name.
But it seems they've tampered with it in some way to cause it to kill people, and that's very bad. And we don't want that to happen. And so we do not want to release that gas.
Is it geared to target us or normal people, or is it everybody?
Everybody.
Constance, you hear Crow's voice over the radio. Red alert, red alert. The entity point is attacking the UEG.
Oh, like
What? Did I hear that right?
Are you on Crow's comms?
Oh, no.
No,
Sorry.
over the radio. Your radio.
Oh, the radio. Oh,
Which is loud enough that everyone can hear that.
yeah.
Radios are not quiet intentionally.
Okay. All right. Well,
They're
And you
what?
can assume that was over all of Cloud.
yeah. Okay.
I have a way to get Cloud in. I can make a portal.
Then do it.
Will that? You know who can also make portals? Jonathan.
Jonathan is currently with the rioting townspeople?
What are you talking about?
No, he's
Oh no, he's with the townspeople that got out. Never mind. I get that confused.
Can we
Also,
go?
he never said he was leaving.
Kimberly, are you ready to go?
We need to go find
Alright,
where Concrete
well.
went. Hopefully he's in the bunker somewhere.
I
We need,
suppose. Oh, yeah. What?
We're gonna go
architect,
find
I guess.
concrete.
Speaking of which, he exits the elevator.
Oh, good.
I suppose the
Let's
rest of
go.
this will have to wait.
He's holding a large sandwich in his hand.
Is Chuck here too?
No. I made this myself. It's not great.
Trevor, you know there are
Yeah, it's
more
just
important
pretty
things
much
going
just-
on, right?
I was hungry.
Yeah, I know.
Did
I
you
have
hear...
not eaten in like 2 days.
Hi, Trevor.
Do you want your ruler?
Hi, Archie.
Do you want your ruler back?
No.
I don't believe you.
He,
I'll give
he
it back.
opens
I will
his
give it
jacket.
back
You
to
see
you.
a ruler in his pocket. I got one.
A purple atomic ruler.
Archibald, do you think you have time to set up a portal?
Yes, it takes all of 3 seconds. 20 seconds.
That can bring all of Cloud in.
It would be... what's the largest? Is it like a 5x5 circular, more or less?
It could not bring everyone in.
Not
fast
only
enough.
that,
It
but
wouldn't be fast enough, correct.
it also establishes a very easily choke point.
Correct.
I think it's best that, yeah, whatever team Zach and Crow and the rest of the Cloud agents here figure out a better way to handle the blockade, using any information that the other teams can provide them. If not, then their own wits. Why don't you just go ahead and go with Team 2 now?
All right. So we're just pulling this off now.
We
in the
kind
middle
of have no
everything?
choice.
All right. Makes sense.
Question before you leave. This white room, is that a mental stace?
No,
like
it's
state,
you physically go there.
or is it an actual physical?
I don't know if it's
Well,
a
Mason is
physical
staying
place,
here with you,
but your body
right?
physically goes there.
It is not like the Nexus, to be clear.
No, it's very
You physically disappear from this
The
plane.
one time that I was there, though, I physically wasn't.
It seems it must have been related to your power rather than the nature of the place itself.
Okay.
Do you believe you can replicate that? Or that it's a good idea?
I've been. Well, because my question would be that if I were able to say split from that situation, myself going there to hold off Mason, and then Manic going with Team 2 to stop the blockade.
Can Manic create a second body using your power?
No.
Then
It's
that
more
wouldn't
we
work.
share the
If you
same
can go
body.
mentally,
It's
you
just
might not
more
need a
so
second.
right. That's why I was thinking if I can
That's why I
get
asked
there,
if he could repeat
then
it
Manic
mentally.
would be
Patrick said,
here.
"No." Probably.
Right.
Probably not. Yeah. Unless you can use your power to get there mentally,
Would
then no, you cannot. It wouldn't work.
I've not tried. Right. I have not tried that. So I'm not necessarily sure.
Would you like to?
So, as Team
Right,
2,
not
are
right now.
we-
It's now or never, honestly.
Yes, Team 2 is leaving.
But are we
Ah.
going for the machine or are we going to the blockade?
You're going to Eugene, I think, first. That's
We're
what Kimberly
going
wanted to do.
Yeah, we're gonna. Kimberly and I at least are going to try to acquire Eugene, and then we're going to the machine, not the blockade.
Oh, my bad. I thought that team for the blockade was already leaving. My bad.
No, no.
No,
No,
the
we're leaving
machine
to the
team is leaving.
machine. But
Gotcha. Then yeah, I don't know if it's a thing to attempt to do. Like, I have no idea what capabilities there are.
Would you like to find out?
Narrator. Can I attempt to
Roll spirit.
if I roll spirit, huh? Okay.
Can we go ahead and establish
Let's
that
see
Team
here.
2 is leaving and or has left now that Nam is trying this?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Mute them.
Carson, Kimberly, Ariel, and Concrete.
So
I like how
previously
Carson
from
specifically
successfully
cares.
using power, I have +1 forward. What does that mean?
That means on your next roll you get an extra +1.
Dream delay.
Isn't +1 forward?
So for reference,
Before Team 2.
yeah, before Team 2 leaves,
Yes. Can Kimberly just quick pull negative aside?
Yes. He is in the middle of writing in the book again, but he stops. Yeah. What is it? Do you need anything
Remember.
from me for this?
Remember, Khan bad, Nam good, Manic good.
Does Khan look exactly like Nam and Manic?
His body language is different, but he looks the same.
I'm not great
as
with
far as
that,
I know.
but I will do my best. I know he'll have a different voice.
And you understand there's 2 Masons.
Yes, this one helped me. The other one is bad and should die in a fiery death.
Okay.
depending on who you
I
ask,
just wanted to
all
make sure
Kanes
that you
should
understand.
die in a fiery death.
Yes, I understand.
I'll kill you.
Would you and the rest of
I've messaged you the
you
teams.
please not die today?
We'll try.
Thank you. I owe you all a debt as well, and that I would like to repay.
Alright, and she's just gonna go with her group.
Oh.
Yeah. So in this situation, I haven't rolled yet, but can I spend a fate point instead?
Oh,
Yes, you can.
Yeah, live a
Like,
little. Live
yeah.
a little.
yes,
Tyler.
you can.
Can't you spend the fate point after rolling though?
Shut the fuck up, Zane.
Yes.
I haven't rolled yet.
I would roll first and then spend the fate point if you fail.
No, go for
Thematically though, I feel like I'm gonna use this fate point.
Exactly.
Live a little.
exactly.
Connor, you aren't
So,
helping.
and I have all 8 still, so I'm
I'm
gonna
not
use. I'm
here
gonna
to
spend
help.
one.
I'm not here to help.
I'm here to tell a story.
That's why I'm here, and it's been a fucking ride.
Thank you.
So yeah, I'll just spend a fate point instead. Basically, guarantee a high result.
Okay. I'm confirming something real quick.
Oh boy, sure.
That's a
It
good
counts as a
That's
How
not-
much
that's
harm
not
you
a
take
fate.
for spontaneously exploding?
Yes.
Oh well. I mean, I get
You didn't
ignored
do damage
too.
last
What a
time.
fate
So
point can do.
He knows what I think.
What?
It's just the
Nam
insane
is
has something
for
very
being kind of
special
like
if you use fate
scrawny.
points.
He's Brazilian.
Wild magic surge.
Did you say wild magic surge?
Yeah.
Yeah, I turn into a goat. Fuck.
Everyone
Right.
else turns into a goat.
You-
a single
A goat or the goat?
You accidentally cast fireball on 9th level.
You become green.
You
On
become
myself.
green?
I sneeze and all my hair falls out.
You sneeze and everyone
Is he gonna turn
else's hair
Twister
falls
now?
out.
Tyler,
Nice. I'm already bald anyway. So.
what are your brokenness tags?
All right, let's see here. I haven't used these yet. That would be violence,
Uh-huh.
poor impulse control,
Yeah.
and paranoia.
Okay. I'm just clarifying because a little blurb at the bottom says, as you use fate points, my requests will get bigger and nastier.
Good. Yes.
Oh.
So
This is
you've
good.
used a fate point.
They're going to ask you to do nasty things in accordance. Oh, in accordance with the tag. Oh, I
Yes.
see. Oh, is this why Manic has had like no actual like influence on Nam's mentality?
Yes.
It's because I haven't spent a single fate point.
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, that's future Nam problems.
Anyway, so yes, Nam,
Fine.
you are at the White Room.
It's good.
Manic is not.
It's fine.
Oh.
Turns out when you manipulate the
Nice.
forces of probability, bad things.
Oh,
tend
so
to happen.
Nam is just now in the White Room? Yeah, great.
Lovely.
Well, we are going to go with Team 2 first. Then turn the rest of us.
Oh, good call. And this could also just be a situation where Nam is there and we don't even involve him for a while.
Do you
Like-
turn all of our microphones off except them?
Who needs a mic anyway?
Mike.
What's a mic?
Tyson?
So, Team
Punch
2.
Wazowski?
So, um, oh man, what? Yeah, Kimberly. I was.
Is
looking at
Manic
stream.
also going with Team 2 in this scenario?
No.
No, his plan is
Okay.
to. Well, the plan was for him to go with the blockade.
Unless he can, Nam and Manic can undergo mitosis.
In which case, he will undergo every team except this one.
Okay.
So-
So
Kimberly, what's your
The
plan?
thought did cross my mind.
yeah,
alright?
yeah. I thought about it.
Kimberly, what's your idea to find Eugene? Well, with you. Never mind. Sorry, wait, no, retconning that. I forgot. I have the way to contact Eugene in my hand right here. Anyway, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna radio up Eugene. I'm gonna hit him up.
What do you say? He does not know you have this radio.
Oh.
And he doesn't like you very much.
I should roll charm to realize whether or not he likes me very much. Because
I think that's a discernment.
Don't
so yeah,
they
charm.
also doesn't
Which is
everyone
charm.
Really
Yeah.
also not like
Is that supposed to matter right now?
all right, so that is Snake Eyes, and I have a 0 and charm now.
Same.
You
So-
call him over the radio.
Yep.
Good job.
Eugene.
No.
Do you still have the? Are you, Eugene? Can you
Please
still be
introduce
contacted in
yourself.
this manner? Constance gave this to me, which he was given to him by Catherine.
You hear this voice that you don't really recognize. It's been several months since you've heard it, so you don't know the face.
Who are you? What is this?
We met briefly.
This is a.
Um,
What's the word I'm looking for?
Secure line.
Yeah.
Private channel.
yes,
secure line.
secured by cloud. Yes, I know. This is Archibald Monroe, Dr. Archibald Monroe.
What?
You know the machine that the UEG is building in the middle of town?
Continue.
I have 3 cloud members with me here, and we're going to dismantle it. Well, determine what it does and see if we can disable or dismantle it. Are you interested in participating? Your expertise would be sorry, me words. What?
Appreciated.
Invaluable. There's the word.
I'm going to give them the location I am at and request that you meet me there. Or I'm
One
going to, at the very least, give you an address and request that we meet there.
Honestly, I probably could have just teleported straight to him, but I've learned that was a bad idea.
Yes.
Around him, in fact.
Yes.
Last time. Ironically, he had nothing to do walking.
Oh, yeah. No, it wasn't even his fault. It had nothing to do with him. Well, it had to do with him because I was teleporting to him, but I didn't realize I could teleport to him directly. Anyway.
So I
to him directly with everybody else.
I give you
No,
I give
no,
you an
no,
address.
I'm not that stupid.
Concrete is also with you.
Cut out.
Yes. That makes a total of 3 cloud agents that are with me.
Okay.
Which is what I said to him.
Yeah, I give you
Yeah.
a address, and
I
then
couldn't
the
remember who
radio
the third
goes
one was.
dead. Because I turn off mine, because I do not trust that no one else is listening.
Valid.
Uh-huh.
All right. So,
Because there's an active war going on.
Archie is going to. So is it in town?
Yeah.
All right. There's enough rioting, right? No, that just means more UEGs are patrolling. I'm just gonna.
I can make sure no one sees us.
Oh, wonderful.
Um,
I have a device that kind of does that, but it's not meant to obscure this many people, so it might not be as effective.
I can do it, but not forever.
All right. If you need,
Unless
If you need a
otherwise
break,
stated,
let me
I
know.
think I'm still at the hotel or the apartment complex.
You are, in fact.
Yeah.
Still at the apartment.
oh, so I just assumed he had moved.
Yeah.
I think we all assumed he had moved.
There's no reason to move if everyone assumes you're not there anymore.
All right. We could go through the sewers. We don't need to, fortunately, since
I can keep
Exactly.
them from seeing us.
wonderful.
Illusion wizard over there.
Yep. Not quite.
But see, he's an illusion wizard with an abnormally high strength and con stat.
Yeah,
An
but
illusion wizard
very
who
low
could actually
grades.
kill you.
So he's an illusion sorcerer.
No, he's an illusion barbarian. He goes into rage and everyone disappears.
Oh.
Ironically, it's more monk, but
Or monk.
monk barbarian.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Monkberry. All right. So we're gonna.
the entire time, Concrete will be focused on not being seen.
Does he?
You
Is
can
he
see
ever?
each other,
Does he ever need a break or anything, or no?
not on the way there. He will not
Okay.
be able to get you out. He basically can get you there. But as you weave your way through town, you do pass by the chaos in the center of town, where you basically see a firefight going on between this makeshift barricade surrounding the town hall and the citizens inside, and the UEG soldiers outside. And the citizens are not winning.
I wonder why. It's almost like this is a foolhardy plan destined to fail from the very start.
It's almost like the other Mason is the one
I
who
know.
told him to do. I know.
That's the thing. Game was rigged from the start.
Oh my gosh.
I know he did this
The
to
house
push us
always
into
wins.
Okay, Chandler.
Chandler. Chandler.
the best way to the best way to
Sorry.
control the future is to force people's hand.
The best way to wear a striped sweater.
is all the time.
The best. Anyway,
Yep. So
you make your way to the apartment complex, which is eerily empty and quiet. Though at the front desk you see Hal. For those of you in the online group, Hal is this middle-aged man wearing a bucket fishing hat and a Hawaiian shirt.
I thought you were gonna stop
Very
at bucket and
a fishing.
the bucket.
No, it's like the bucket hat that you wear while fishing.
yeah, I know. You paused after you
He's
said
just
bucket,
wearing a
and I was like,
bucket, and
a
it's
bucket.
not-
I
on his
forgot
back.
how the hat was described, so I just said bucket fishing hat.
so question: do we ever give his car back?
No, he
No?
got a new one, which you also stole. So somewhere in town there is a station wagon sitting there.
No, technically we did not steal that. That was just Alfonso, right?
No, that was
Mason.
Mason.
That was John.
Oh,
Do I have any neighbors anymore?
No,
Okay.
no, you
No.
don't. Everyone else
Everyone
is
else
at town
is in
hall
the
or they
town hall.
left town.
Then I've knocked out the walls on either side, and I now live in 3
And
apartments.
you know what Hal's done about it? Absolutely nothing.
He got paid very well.
He raised your rent.
Yeah,
He raised your rent by about $100.
he got paid very well.
100.
Yeah,
he's
so
taking
he's
up
good.
2
He's
extra
good.
apartments.
Yeah.
think
So,
Hal can-
but when you enter the apartment building, Concrete can't maintain it anymore, and you all reappear. Where you see Hal looking at a newspaper, doesn't even notice. He just hears the door, and then you appear as, customers. Hi, how you doing?
We're here to see Eugene.
Of course. Yeah, of course. Can you tell John that he still owes me rent? He's still on the lease.
I can actually, yes.
He's still on the lease.
He owes me about 9 months of rent.
Oh god.
You can speak
That's
to
like
your
100K.
vice mayor about that. Given that he is the vice mayor.
Ironically, he just got a different apartment. But he hasn't been paying on the other one. So he owes me about 18 months of rent. $8,000.
That's it.
That's
That's it.
I pay utilities.
Yeah, but he's doing it.
That
for 2
is-
apartments.
ludicrous. I will have him talk to you about that.
Yes. I
That should
know.
be a big enough number
Good,
to get him to
good.
come talk to you.
Who are these people?
Host a paper.
Friends of Eugene's, actually.
That guy works for Cloud. As he points at Concrete, who has a giant cloud insignia on his shoulder.
And
his
Alright.
trots.
yeah. Yes, and
I was just pointing it out.
yeah.
I'm not gonna call anybody. I don't want to die.
Hal, I'll help you find your car after all this is over.
You sound like Jimmy Stewart.
I
I
thought
thought
Jimmy
it
Stewart,
kinda
bro.
sounded like Jennifer Coolidge.
You know,
It's just the
Yes,
4th of
Jimmy
July.
Coolidge.
I'm Hal.
the car wasn't destroyed though. They just borrowed it without permission.
I'm
Aaron?
crazy. I Susan.
When you talk that way, you're talking directly into the microphone.
You're welcome. Anyway.
The car wasn't destroyed to clarify or anything. Wasn't
No, it's just sitting in an alleyway.
Great.
somewhere.
Hal, I think I did see your car. I'm
Oh,
gonna
great.
give.
I'd call the cops, but no one's gonna answer.
Yeah.
This was not his
It's-
original voice, but I like this one more.
It's been parked in an alleyway for a while now. It was still there last time I saw it.
Great. It's going to sit there until all this is over, or I'm dead. Yeah, it will still be sitting there.
Wonderful.
Eugene's
Well,
upstairs.
Yep.
And I'm definitely not reading his junk mail.
Oh, no, I don't.
We know that you don't do that.
I would never.
You do it all the time, and it's a federal crime. But
I
also,
would never commit a federal crime. As you see, he closes the drawer with everyone's junk mail.
I love him.
Of course, the way he knows it's junk mail is because he also reads their regular mail
Exactly.
and just gives it to them.
Correct.
All
He
right.
just reseals it.
So-
but he would never do that because that's a federal crime.
As he's currently looking for John's mail.
Yes.
All right. So Archibald's gonna head up the stairs.
You can tell which one's Eugene's.
Mostly because the door is very, very dusty and the doorknob is red hot.
You ever seen Home Alone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We're talking Home Alone style, but it's not just that one. It's the two on either side as well.
So
Yeah.
Archibald is going to pull off his glove. He's going to reach into his suit and pull out a silvery metallic, just but very, very thin, very clearly meant for doing delicate work. And he just grabs the doorknob and opens it.
It doesn't open.
He never said it was unlocked.
He
It's
never
just,
said it would work.
No, I did knock first.
yeah. There was no answer. For a
It's
moment.
Archibald.
The other door opens.
Ah.
Next one down.
Archibald gripping the doorknob currently.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give a
I see.
brief description for Eugene?
He honestly is currently dressed like Doofenshmirtz. Just a simple shirt, long lab coat, dirty lab coat. He has, but underneath, holsters for various weaponry that are not currently in them. Goggles pushed back. His hair is unkept because he hasn't bothered. There's been no reason to recently. Long, honestly, kind of like your hair, but gray. Balding in some no.
Mine.
Okay.
Just kind of goggles pushed back in.
And he's a cyborg.
Yes. One arm and one leg.
Okay.
Both the right.
And one eye.
And his right eye, yes.
Those were there last time, right? Or those new
They were
additions?
disguised, but they were there.
Okay.
Now
This-
he's not
This
disguised.
is just the first time you've seen them fully revealed.
But you do see the young woman who you briefly met months ago.
Yeah, stuff's happened since then.
A lot has happened since then. But you recognize her because of Legion.
Yes. I just kind of gesture in. I let everyone in but Archibald, where I'm going to just stand eye to eye.
He does re-secure his original gauntlet. Put one of the experiment clothes on.
Yeah.
Can I roll a discern intent?
Yes.
Okay.
Man, y'all don't like each other.
I
That's
rolled
all
an
I've gotten
8,
from this.
No, just Archibald.
which is a mixed success.
It means
you know his
but I
intentions,
know you
but he knows that you know his intentions.
Oh no, I'm very obviously reading him
Oh, I know,
over.
but that's
Yeah.
what that means.
But Archibald's also oblivious socially, so
But you know.
Yeah.
Do you have any long-range communications on your
Yes.
person?
yes,
They will not work inside this room.
this is okay. I accept this. I
The
appreciate
only thing that works right now is he has created basically a
Faraday cage?
bubble that only short range stuff works. Specifically that radio and a few other channels, which he has now turned off.
As Concrete walks in, he will nod. It's good to see you, Captain Euclid.
I just kind of nod.
You're not used to being called Captain.
Nope.
Even though that is technically your rank.
It's fine. But yeah, you enter, and as I said, so we're in, if you're looking at it, the far right room or apartment, and all of the walls in between have all been knocked through, and it's just a makeshift laboratory sprawling across all 3 apartments.
I see you've done some
Cords,
renovating.
cables, there's things hanging from the ceiling, there's stuff mounted to the walls. It
Um,
looks a bit like a mad scientist's lair at the moment.
For you, Kimberly, you distinctly do not see Legion anywhere.
Yeah.
Even though you know Eugene took him. Or took it.
I will lead you guys to the middle section, which still has a very simple seating arrangement, which would be the traditional living room. But there are extension cables all over the place.
As we're walking over there, Archibald would comment, I see you've done some renovating.
What do you all want? There's a war going on, if you can't tell.
Really? I didn't know.
And I would prefer introductions, if possible. I know you, points to Archibald. I remember you, points to Kimberly. And then, do I recognize anyone else?
You know Concrete.
Okay.
You never saw him very much, but you know he is
I know of him.
You know who he is.
Okay. So I will just kind of, I guess, yeah, give a nod of respect back. I don't deal with formalities right now. And who are you? I guess
Ariel.
points
Ariel.
to the remaining individual.
I'm Ariel.
Understood. What do you want?
That's a loaded question. Were you asking me specifically or the group?
She
Because
wants
me,
a lot
that's
of
loaded
things.
question.
The group.
Yeah.
We're on a time limit if you can't tell. And
That's
I
what I've been
am-
saying the whole time.
You can see so much instant coffee has been drank. There's cups sitting everywhere that are half empty or have been sitting there for days, if not weeks. Doesn't look like he slept a lot recently. I mean, I'm sure to some extent, part of this, I'm sure, kind of feels not necessarily like home. It's not organized, but it is all of that kind of tech. But it's all pieced together from, like, the TV that might have been on the wall is now parts.
The TVs that were in the other apartments next to yours.
Yeah. Microwaves.
Are now TVs.
No.
They're on the wall. He has to have entertainment somehow through television.
Oh no, he has
Will he catch his family?
he does have a screen that's mounted. It's just not attached to anything currently.
How else will he watch Family Matters?
Mounted in various corners of the rooms, you see the drones that he is so fond of. that seems, you can see a bunch of cables leading up to it. It almost seems like charging mounts or something along those lines, where they would sleep. There's just pieces. There is a lead box that is currently sealed, both with a traditional combination lock and an electronic pad. But since you have that, just gestures at you, I assume you know that there is more going on right now.
Yes.
You came to me for a reason. What is it?
There's a device in the center
Do you
of
have
town.
any?
Yes, there is.
We don't know what it does yet. I know what it's powered by. I know what the pillars around town do.
Good.
Once they're finished, they'll create a barrier that keep people in. Anyone can still enter, but no one can leave. It's powered. These devices are all powered by a purple gas that originally gave people powers when they inhaled it. Now, if you touch it, you die.
Just biological creatures.
Uncertain. How much of you exactly is cybernetic?
Enough.
That was Carson.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Enough.
So sufficient you could survive without your organic parts.
I have been hit with electromagnetic pulses before. Though I don't... The electronic parts would not survive without the biological ones.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
I'm not that much of a object yet.
Yes, likely it would still kill you.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, you mean if it touches the cybernetic parts, it won't kill. No,
or a
shouldn't.
non-living creature.
We're getting
Yes,
sidetracked.
your drones should be safe.
This is
Yes.
not important.
We need you to help us figure out what that machine does. Kimberly should be of significant assistance in that as well.
I have a follow-up. Doesn't matter what it does if it's not functional.
Yes.
Maybe.
It's made of a nigh-on indestructible substance. It's a pneumium alloy, if you know what that is. You might have heard of it. It's very difficult to come by, although they now have discovered a way to mass produce it. So it is entirely possible that we may not find a way now, in this moment, to destroy it completely.
Doesn't necessarily need to be permanently, just temporarily disable it.
Yes.
We just need to be able to stop the gas from being dispersed.
Regardless, the most effective way to disable something is to know what it does.
Not necessarily.
Wonderful. So you're willing to assist us?
That's what I've been working on. As you guys have as well.
All right.
You are not quiet around town.
No.
Although I have not heard much about these, and I gesture to anyone who isn't Archibald.
We just got here.
I've never seen a town before.
Okay. I know what you're capable of. What about the rest of you? Except for you. What is Concrete's title? What would I know his title as? Special agent?
He is commander of the syndicate.
Okay, so commander. I will use his title in that instance. Because I definitely have an idea of what I have read his file.
Extensively.
Yes.
Wouldn't he also know what Kimberly can do?
Loosely, but I haven't paid as much attention.
E-
I might have scanned
Is
the
that-
file at some point.
Well, but you worked well. I think you, not player, but Eugene worked with her at Cloud.
They met
previously
once.
in our story.
Yeah, we
Met
crossed
once.
paths once.
And she told him that she could talk to technology.
Yes, which
Or
is
that came
useful.
up in some shape or form.
What is the range on that? How close do you need to be?
What did Patrick, would you say, like 50 feet or something like that?
Yes.
But if it's on a network, you can like link through the network, correct?
Do plan party.
Have I tried to do that before?
Yeah, because we did that with the computers, I thought.
We did
Or
it
the
back at our
cameras.
facility, yeah.
I mean, I had my camera set up, so I suppose.
So theoretically, if I could get one of my devices within 50 feet of the big device, do you think you could figure out what it does? Because mine are on a network.
Maybe, but that's also why I wanted to come here when they mentioned your name. Do you have any nanobots? Specifically, was it Legion?
Even though you know that she did, quote unquote, mess with Legion,
Mm-hmm.
she should not know what it's called.
Yeah. Commander,
Yes.
even though you are not my direct superior, you are still above me. You rank higher. Are we declassifying this right now for the people in this room?
I feel like we don't have a choice.
Yes. And I will walk over to the lead box and start the process of unlocking it. Once it is unlocked, inside there is kind of like a silver version of Iron Man's Infinity Gauntlet that he made.
Yeah.
That's not scary at
in
all.
Endgame. That's kind of what it looks like. Like, you know, up in a little box. And I'm just gonna take this very heavy lead box and take it apart and and I'm just gonna put my hand in the electronic one and it slowly.
Aren't you just immediately scanning this?
Yeah, the gauntlet kind of extends it through his arm, attaching itself to it.
Specifically the mechanical arm.
Yeah, but visually it looks like these tiny hexagons moving across his arm.
Okay. Yes, I do.
That you're willing to share what are the extent of their capabilities. That never really
What I've
came up.
discovered so far is they can shape change, and I have managed to Matthias. I have managed to manufacture the ability to drain electricity and various other powers using his blood.
His? Is this a special?
You met Matthias.
No. Oh, I thought you meant using Legion's blood. Wait. You can drain other people's powers using.
And I'm going to just walk over to a light bulb and just reach a finger out, and it just and all of the energy goes out in the room.
Archie's gonna pull out a device and
Do not turn on.
So you
Turn
have
it back
blood
on.
in
Does
that
that
thing?
turn on a tripped breaker?
No.
oh
Yeah.
no. Oh you wait. Okay.
I drained the power from the breaker.
Oh.
That's just what I used. That was my opening.
He starts to do
Now
that.
I'll start walking over to the breaker box, and there's, you know, a stack of fuses. Because I gotta test it somehow. And I'll just replace yet another crispy. Yeah. I
You gotta go find it
I will
somewhere.
pull out this just blown fuse and just drop it in a little pile on the floor with the rest of them and replace it.
There's like 20 broken fuses.
Yeah. There's a little pile. These are expensive.
And
That will definitely help.
This was mostly designed to deal with the fence, but I don't know why it wouldn't work on the large thing in the middle.
It might be more defensive, who knows?
I do know that they have the capability to make artificial like AIs of sufficient capability.
Those are still powered, are they not?
Yes. They're more of a defense mechanism. I don't know how much control they have.
What they do is
over what you would
irrelevant.
do.
The fact that they are powered by some form of energy is enough.
True.
I'm gonna walk over to a table, grab a tablet that you've seen, and I'm going to activate
The drone.
the drones, which all look approximately like soccer ball sized orbs.
With
the,
little sockets in the middle for
yeah.
eyes, effectively.
The Oracle from Halo vibe.
You mean the guilty spark?
Also a name for them.
Well, that's just one of them, actually.
Also, would I be able to scan Legion?
Go ahead.
Try it.
So he's just, you can tell he's staring at it. You can guess that the something in his helmet is probably.
You're attempting to, or whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
You're trying to do something.
As you do, so he's like scanned with your goggles and stuff.
Scanned with tech in my mask, yeah, my helmet.
Tech in your helmet. Immediately
So
there's this
we're talking
hexagonal
about-
shape that completely envelops your entire vision, and there's just the cloud logo in the center of it, and you just hear
Classified?
no, 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 no,
No, sorry. You just
no,
hear
no. Just keep
crazy
repeating
voice
until
in
you
your
stop
head. Get out,
scanning.
get out.
The little visor comes
I see.
down, and you're just like,
Let me out, let me out, let me
I
out, let
see.
me out, let me out, let me out,
Can I say hi to my friends?
I
I
suppose.
need to speak up. I don't know if I
and I
heard you.
will just go to shake Kimberly's hand.
Okay. Do you want to spend tokens or roll?
I'll roll. Use power.
Yes.
Did
Can't-
I feel anything when he tried to do that?
No,
Okay.
not even a little bit.
Just wanted to know.
You didn't even do that.
No, I know I didn't.
Yeah,
That
no,
was
I had
all Legion.
I had no
Yeah.
idea what was going to happen there.
I had a faint idea.
I
Yeah.
assumed that something it wasn't going to work, but I couldn't have told you why.
Yeah.
So 11 on the die plus
You gave
2
yourself
spirit.
powers, and I gave myself some.
Yeah.
I don't have
What do you say first?
No, I mean all your
Yeah.
tech bits.
Yeah.
We are the same
You've
character,
grown?
different fonts.
What was that?
Same class, different.
You've
skill
grown. You've become more.
That's a good way of putting it.
We are awake.
From
You
my
remember
perspective,
friends
I'm
help
just
friends.
shaking hands.
Yeah.
Is she
Quite
ju-
literally, this whole conversation is within that one.
Is she just staring at my arm? Or...
No. This whole conversation will take place within the 5 seconds of the shaking of
Okay,
hands.
cool.
What did you say, Kimberly?
Do you remember friends help friends?
Yes, and you
And we're
are
friends.
our friend.
Can you help us?
We can try.
We need to disable a device without causing gas to disperse.
We can try.
If gas does disperse, are you capable of containing it?
If Father lets us.
Is that
I
Eugene?
told you, Papa. I'm fine.
If Father lets us.
And whose father?
Our Creator.
Okay. Do you want to help us?
We want to help our friends. You are our friend.
And I want to protect people in this town. But there are people who want to hurt them.
We will protect this town.
Thank you.
And that whole conversation took place within the few seconds that you shook hands.
Cool.
As you stopped shaking hands.
I don't even think Eugene thinks to discern intent or anything like that, because he's expecting this to take so much longer.
It was like, oh, that was it?
Yeah, I just kind of shake your
Did you
hand.
just say hi?
So I'm going to continue as if the conversation hasn't happened. So how do we need to do this?
You have to want to help us. Legion said that was up to you.
Well, I don't want them to win, so...
We need their help protecting the town, and whether that means disabling the device or containing the gas if it escapes.
Where is this gas held?
I don't know which it'll be, but
Or is it
she's gonna
created
to
somewhere?
Archibald in concrete.
Yes, this is an Archibald and concrete answer. Question.
This is any questions I
What
ask.
was-
Assume it is to the group, because
What was
Yes,
the
but
question?
this is
Sorry.
the question
where
for
is
them
the
to
gas
answer.
being held, or is
It's-
it being created? That was my follow up.
It's being imported in through the many trucks that have been entering the town. Where are they currently stored? Are they just they're just parked around the middle of the town, right?
Some of them.
Some of them.
Many of them are stored within the UEG station.
The majority are stored within the UEG station. However, there are many of the transport trucks that are parked near the station that still have the gas on board.
And this gas is dangerous.
Yes. It is highly explosive as well, so that is one easy way to get rid of it, with the downside of it's an explosion.
You said there are some parked outside of this device.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Likely so they have an easy supply on hand when they're ready to activate it.
So, do you believe that an explosion would harm this device at all?
No. You are familiar with, well,
Especially
earlier
if it was just
today,
gas.
I
There wouldn't be
detonated
there
a
would not
one
be
of
any
the
oomph behind it.
earlier today I detonated one of the one of the pillars outside
Is that what that was?
using an energy grenade. Yes, the pillar itself was unharmed. The only thing that did detonate was the canisters of gas. They are likely installing more protection around the canisters so they
So-
cannot be casually,
So we
detonated.
would be destroying.
but they can't easily protect all of the canisters. That would take far too much manpower to do on a large scale.
How many are around the main structure pillars?
4. And they're not around. They are set. They are built onto the platform.
Yes, but you answered the question I was asking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. One thing that I forgot to mention to everyone, but I would have mentioned, is there are 4 pillars on the platform itself, which seem to do the opposite of the external barriers. They protect the internal section where the platform is once activated.
And are they active right now? Would I know if they're active right now?
No.
I
But
wouldn't know, or they're not active.
They are not active yet,
Okay.
but they will be soon.
Actually, they're probably putting that as their highest priority at the moment.
In fact, there's a good chance it will be activated within the next hour.
It seems
Or
likely
at
they'll finish
least-
that soon.
Started.
Has my recon shown me how well guarded that central section is? Nothing?
There's no guards. Currently the only guards are around
Because I'm
for the town.
Am I inside the fence?
Yes.
Okay.
The fence is surrounding the border of town.
Okay.
The fence is also almost done
Can
being
you hand me the
constructed.
map again? I need to see how far of a walk
Just keep the
we
map.
have
Just keep the map, man.
from where we are to town hall.
I would like this group to get going shortly, so I can go
Yes.
to the other group.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not trying to,
I think Tyler
Meta-
wants to play.
metagame or anything.
No, I mean I was trying.
I think Tyler would like to play
Yeah.
it. So.
No.
So
I've been playing.
while
I
this
feel like I've done
conversation is
plenty.
going on,
I have. Ariel's been zoning out during this whole nerdy talk. She's just.
She's really only
there.
here to buff
So,
Kimberly.
can I get a description
much.
of the other two, of Kimberly and Ariel? Because I don't actually know
Oh
what they
yeah.
look like yet.
So,
And I
just
know
a quick
what Trevor looks like. He's just
description
older.
of Ariel.
Yeah.
And
Kimberly.
So imagine Nathan,
Yeah.
but
I actually
it.
do
just
have.
imagine Nathan. Yeah.
I do have a hero
Maybe-
footage I'll show
maybe
you
with some,
after
Great.
they're
yeah,
done.
some salt and pepper.
That's it.
Yeah, that's about what I was picturing. So yeah, Kimberly and Ariel, what do y'all look like?
Kimberly has shortish brown hair with red streaks in it, and brown eyes, and a Loch Ness monster shirt on underneath the cloud jacket.
All right.
Ariel has like a short, like a pixie, very rough pixie cut black hair with green eyes, and she's wearing the atrocious looking outfit. It's got like, think Lisa Frank barfed all over her, but with various colors and designs.
Okay.
Because it is the 90s, and dear Lord, she doesn't understand what anything is.
Who's Lisa Frank?
Fair enough.
Oh my god!
Also the words. Quick question.
There's a Star Wars.
Do Ariel, Kimberly, and Archibald look
it
beat up
Saw
currently?
It kind of gives Saw Gerrera energy. Specifically the live action, not the animated.
Yeah.
But anyway, while this conversation is going on, Eugene is gathering up a couple guns, holstering them, and filling the pockets of this jacket with just too many grenades
Yeah.
of various kinds.
When you think the pockets are full, man, they just can hold more and more.
I am, just filling them up. If anyone needs any specifically revolver ammunition, because that's what I have, or grenades, you are welcome to some.
We do like grenades in
I'm-
this household.
I'm good on grenades.
No. Archibald's gonna pull out an amulet. He's gonna zap out. Like he pulls out a device, and blue energy leaves the amulet, and then he pours a vial of yellow pink energy into it. He's switching back out for the durability boost because
Yeah.
he hasn't even used the other one yet. So
Okay.
Does the liquid look familiar to me and Ariel?
So I don't know if you're
The colors do.
Patrick, I'm not sure if you're aware of how you designed the city, but we have a real straight shot down Main Street from the
Patrick's not
apartment
good at
complex
designing towns.
to
sir.
where we're going.
Yes.
Like, if without...
No.
No.
Yes. This is the apartment complex. That is Town Hall.
Yes. That's why I said they walked past it on your way here.
Cool.
It's
You
also
definitely did that on purpose.
So,
Definitely.
question,
100%.
question. What side of town are we currently on? Because we don't have a map. At least I don't remember.
We're on
having a
the
map.
right side.
east side of town.
I was wrong. East.
Patrick's just bad at directions.
I'm well aware you have a straight shot.
Okay, so we went east.
Okay.
Her dad's on south. We were in the north. Dude, we're doing a whole tour of
Who's on
Entity
first?
Point.
You want to see a
No,
town?
what's on second?
He's so big.
Where's on third?
While supplies are being gathered, can Kimberly kind of just like tap Concrete's arm and kind of like just do like a under her breath slight gesture? You okay with everything?
No, but I'm gonna have to deal with it.
Okay.
It's not bringing back pleasant memories.
I figured not, with how quiet you were about it.
I'll be fine. He gives a
You know,
half reassuring smile.
You know we have your back.
This man is never fine. This man has not been
This man
fine
is forever.
since the 80s.
For the past 30 years.
40.
He's got a ruler on him. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Why is it gonna mark up 2 inches?
So, yeah, Eugene's going to fix the goggles, which I guess Archibald would recognize now
Yes.
as my version
Of his goggles.
well, of Jonesy's.
Right. These are Eugene's version of Jonesy's goggles.
The ones I
Archibald.
affix onto my face.
We were talking.
Yes. Yes, Eugene's version of
Jonesy's goggles.
Jonesy's goggles.
But yeah, fixes them on. Is going to give a very brief look over the crew.
This is a terrible
group
crew.
of misfits.
Well, specifically with the goggles.
Yeah, so
Well, Concrete has a red brain.
Sorry, Trevor.
Ariel, her heart is green, like just a regular green.
how do I know?
Kimberly has an orange brain. And him.
This man's got all
There's
technical
like
stuff going on.
there's a weird
swirl
yellow,
of yellow
pink
and pink
swirl.
energy in the amulet he's wearing.
Yeah, that you just put in
Yeah.
to it.
So
Okay. Yeah, look over the crew.
which would be
I
kind
am
of swirling
not
throughout
wearing
his
battle
body
armor.
almost. No?
just think.
Oh no. Okay.
Just like you're playing James again.
Mm-hmm.
But in modern days, he lived.
he's playing James, but like with capabilities.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, that's not gonna.
I'm going to
I can't let
open the window, send out my drones, and we'll meet them out front.
All right. And with that, we're gonna shift over to the other group,
Team 1.
Team 1.
Do you need to know who's Team 1?
I have Connor sent me the list.
It's Nam, me, Constance, and Negative.
Yes. Now,
Manic.
Manic.
And Nam.
Eh,
No, wait. Specifically, Manic is not on that group. What do you mean?
Nam is going to
Where'd my
is in the
pencil
white
go?
room, or will be going
yeah,
to
Nam
him
is.
at some point.
Where's my pencil?
Wow, we don't have to do that tonight.
Well, that's someone's going there.
Oh, because that's
Yeah.
what I was using for this.
So, what would this group like to do? And I'm going to just assume, because technically, with how Nam did things, Manic can still help against Kane, with Nam in the white room.
Oh my gosh. But he also specifically said he was not helping with that.
Well, he didn't say he wasn't.
He said what group he was going with, and it wasn't this one.
Correct. What he's going with.
So, what would you like to do?
What is the plan here? I don't really know what this white room is.
We need to figure. Well,
I wouldn't concern yourself with the white room. That's his deal over there.
we need to
Not
figure
yours.
out where
Don't worry.
Kane is on this plane. I mean, I don't know if the confrontation will take place on this plane or within the white room. But either way, if we get involved in a confrontation, I'd like it to be in a position where, regardless of what plane we're on, we're more or less in the same location.
This is the one with the helmet, right?
I mean,
He has my abilities.
And you can...
I don't know how to explain it correctly, but I can change reality temporarily.
Okay, he already had those abilities?
Yeah.
I turned a wall into glass.
So, a form... What would that be?
Matter manipulation.
Like transmutation.
Technically, yes.
Okay.
You hear Zax
Oh,
over the speakers. I don't like him being inside my bunker.
You almost said something else, man.
Yes, I did,
you almost said me.
but I didn't.
You almost said me. didn't
I
you?
The thing is,
I
Zax
don't like
probably
him.
would have said that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know, but you knew what would have happened.
We knew he could already do this.
Yeah.
He showcased them when he
I
took out a handful of
I also
GOD
have the
agents.
ability to change people's minds.
He's very persuasive.
We already knew this as well.
yes. I can try to find him again, but we know how that went last time. You know, when we got dragged into the White Room.
Yeah.
You
Is
men-
it okay?
You had mentioned that something about that you can. I don't know if you said it specifically, but something about stopping his future sight.
Yes, I'm able to manipulate probabilities, which means that the way I kind of formatted it in my brain is that if any action I take is as equally possible as any other, then his ability to see the future
Irrelevant.
is irrelevant, because all outcomes, he would have to guess which one happens.
I might be able to stun him if I can get a hit. I
Anyway,
just
that
need
only
one.
solves one of the problems and doesn't even fully solve it. The first problem is we should find him. We do need to find where he is. Is Manic currently with us, or is it Nam still?
Manic's currently with you.
Okay.
It's Manic.
I can hear it in his voice. He's much more angry and funny now.
So, Manic, are you in the know about what Nam is attempting exactly?
Oh, I'm well aware. Not a fan. Not a fan. Especially considering he interrupted me. But
Right. I need to understand, like, can you explain it to me again? I'm not sure if I fully understood it when it was explained earlier.
basically, Nam has this idea that perhaps he's able to get the runaround on Mason. Mason did not like that Nam appeared there before. And as a result, his anger was boiling up. And Nam is thinking that he might be able to utilize that to cause him to slip up. Or, on the alternative, that maybe Nam can do some way of revealing Mason, or even stopping Mason. Developing his own method of altering the White Room, similar to what Mason can do.
I see. Okay.
And
So,
the one thing that I know he's going to attempt to do is, the best way to describe it is to full release the prison.
Oh,
Prison?
sorry, that was Patrick.
yeah.
Patrick is surprised by your choices.
So I am. My
It's hard to
intuition.
explain.
So we understand that Mason has access to all of the abilities present within the cauldron that any one of its prisoners held. Nam is trying to interfere with that in a way that could be described as potentially explosive.
Explosive is a good way to look at it. It's
Okay.
as if a horde of ants began to burrow out and attack.
Right. So,
Kane might be.
to put it lightly, Nam is poking the hornet's nest.
It'd be as if wasps started to attack a beehive.
Yeah. Okay. Are you... I'm not exactly familiar with the details on your relationship with Nam and how it works with sharing a body, but how aware are you of any progress that he's making while this is happening?
Well, since he forcibly swapped us, that's kind of how it goes, is that we agree on situations, swap, I maintain control, he watches. In this situation, he's locked me out. I cannot see anything of what he's doing, or even what's happening.
Okay. Okay, good to know. Good to know not to expect information from him anytime soon then. All right. That still leaves
Judging
us...
by how you how you've described this Mason as well, he's probably not going to be able to come back willingly. So we may just have to adhere to silence for the most part.
Yeah.
So, just quick, Courtney has spent 10,000 channel points to give Nam, Tyler specifically, inspiration. So you get a free reroll.
Oh,
This is entirely because
I'm gonna
yesterday
probably
Courtney asked
probably
me if
need
she
that.
can use points in a game she's in, and I was like, not on you.
That's what I said. So yeah, you get a free reroll.
Oh hell yeah!
Do with that what you will.
Because that's what teamwork does.
I got 2,000. What can I do?
I mean, assist or hinder. Am I right?
I prefer just hinder.
Anyway,
Use it wisely.
what's the plan?
He's planning on fighting him in the White Room. We could go there and fight him as well.
Where do you think Kane would go on this plane? I want to make sure that okay, let's assume we beat him in the White Room and he then attempts to flee as he has before. We should be on this plane where he goes so that we can stop him there also. That's my big thing about finding where he's staying. Where do you think he would go?
As far as I know, he was trying to emulate me nigh perfectly with some serious character flaws. He would likely try to stay with the same apartment complex I've always stayed with Hal.
Okay, we can check there first. Secondary ideas. Kane Labs?
Maybe he had the mayor in his back pocket the whole time. He might visit there at some point.
The town hall?
Yeah. Or he might try to be in cahoots with the UEG, though I doubt they would be good with that, so I doubt he would go there quite nearly as much.
If he has the helmet, it doesn't really matter where we go.
He might have the helmet, but he may not be entirely...
We don't know how far into the future he can see.
Not only that, but we don't actually know how much confidence it actually gives him. While that is invaluable information, again, we don't know a lot.
Yeah,
but it's safe to assume that he's smart enough to take some precautions, as he knows that at least one person here can manipulate that ability of his.
I mean...
So, let's just for a moment think about the differences between you and him. Primarily, he's ruthless in a way that you are not. He does not seem to care nearly as much for life in general and the lives of anybody in or out of conflict as you do.
Yes, he tried very hard to stop me from killing people. He did succeed while he was there.
He also is very straightforward. He doesn't take assistance from anyone. As far as we know, he wants to lead everything and anything.
Is he above using human shields?
Doubtful. I mean, he did with Catherine, effectively.
That's true. It's reasonable to assume then, again, at this point, we can't do much more than make assumptions. We'll check the apartment, but also I think the town hall is real because we know that's where all the citizens of Entity Point have been staying up until, well, about 5 minutes ago when they apparently are in the process of attacking the UEG.
If he went there, he'd have as much protection as he could ever want.
Yeah, he would be surrounded by the people who, well, the townspeople of the place you've been living for the past, how long?
Me?
Yes. How long have you been here now?
God, a good 3 years, maybe more.
Long enough. Regardless, they're innocent people that he would probably be very comfortable using as a deterrent. So why don't we go ahead and check the apartment complex first, then the town hall, and then Kane Labs from there.
Mm-hmm.
What are we going to do about the blockade, though?
Right now, hopefully, that will be on Crow's team as well as Zach. I don't know how eager or willing Zach will be to help that team, but I certainly know that Crow is more than competent to come up with at least something to help. I will be in communication with them on a consistent basis to ensure that nobody's getting hoodwinked or bamboozled.
I'll be honest, I followed up thinking that I was going to get some killing in, but that's fine. They can wait.
Now that I think about it,
Kane can die if you'd like.
you received
Not this
the
one. This one stays.
notification that over the radio that the townspeople attacked the UEG.
Yes.
With that in mind, he might be there. That's where the most chaos is happening right now. And he seems to thrive off of pain.
What was his reputation right before it was revealed? Like, what was his reputation with the townspeople right before it was revealed?
The vice mayor.
So good.
Good as it can be. It seems, based off of what I've heard and what I've seen.
We also know that he's very good at manipulating people, both powered and non-powered, and it is very strange that a small group of people would attempt to take on a military government unless they weren't in some other way coerced.
He can dig out the worst in people.
Why don't we try the town hall first, then?
Sounds like an idea. If not, then maybe Grant knows where he went.
Well, Manic, you might in fact get to do the killing you were wanting, as we know the UEG is currently involved in that conflict.
Perfect. This will be fun.
Murder.
Woo! Murder!
We're going to head for the town hall.
Yes.
No.
We're gonna head.
And as you go to the town hall, we're going to shift over
Shifting.
to Nam Sanam.
Oh, man.
You aren't done yet, Tyler.
In
Damn
a
it.
white room.
Man, this room's really white.
It's like my ring light.
Nam, you find yourself in the white space. You're sitting at the desk, the typewriter in front of you, but it's empty. There's no page inside. Though it feels as if someone's watching you. You look around. Behind you appears to be a janitor. Mopping nothing on the floor. His face, his messy brown hair, his face covered in warts and boils. But he mops nothing. Then he looks up at you and looks back down. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm not gonna interact with that guy. I know before I managed to manifest the interrogation table that that's in my mental area. So I would like to try to manifest paper in the typewriter.
Okay. Roll cognition.
All right. 11 plus something.
You don't have to do that, as the janitor sets down a piece of paper in front of you.
Oh.
You didn't offer that to us. The janitor tried to kill me.
Thank you. I will take the piece of paper. I will put it into the typewriter.
Be careful with that. It's very important and prone to breaking. if you're
I'll
not
be
too
careful.
careful.
Thank you for the warning. The piano just slammed. No,
Oh, they already did that last session. The other day. They already broke it a couple sessions ago. The typewriter.
Oh, yes, I fixed that.
What do you do?
I
with
don't
it?
know what Mason was typing into this, but I want to attempt to start typing into it. I want to type out and correct me if I'm wrong. The Mason that is good does not have a beard, correct?
Correct.
I've got a better way to phrase this anyways. The Mason. I'll just phrase it like that. The Mason with a beard emerges bound and imprisoned.
Bearded men are always evil.
Where?
Hey.
You have given
Ooh.
the object of the sentence and the action, but there is no
I need a
location.
destination. Ooh.
Dude, who pops up down
In front of negative.
What was that?
In front of negative.
Huh? Sorry, I have to get some ketchup.
Okay.
Which is perfect timing as he is now wandering away.
Yes.
Yeah, Negative has to get his ketchup. Leave him alone.
Negative needs his nugget.
Come on, he needs his fries.
Okay, so what was said?
Well, nothing was said.
Don't worry about it. What happened in front of Negative?
Nothing yet.
Okay.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
That's a surprise.
I am
too.
so scared of doing anything in here.
Okay. You have typed it, but as far as you can tell, nothing happens.
Right, I have no idea. I'm just gonna wait. I'll give it like probably, I don't know, 2 minutes. I'll wait 2 minutes.
You wait 2 minutes. Nothing seems to happen.
Okay. He hasn't come in pissed off. Then I'll start typing a defect in the machinery used by the UEG causes them to start to spark and malfunction.
Someone taps on your shoulder.
Uh-oh.
Turning around, you see an older person. A cyborg wearing a long gray trench coat. The metal is golden. Can you explain to me what you're doing right now? They look over at the paper. What is this? Where's the logic? It needs to make sense.
It's the critic.
You've clearly never done this before. It has to flow with the story. It has to make sense.
Oh.
A semblance of logic. What sort of genre are you?
Occult.
Occult. That's not a genre. That's horror. And he points over at the janitor.
Horror is a genre.
He's right over there. Who are you?
I'm a new genre.
What did you say?
I'm a new genre.
No, you're not one of us. I would know.
Psychological.
Again, horror. As you see this cyborg point over at the janitor, who shifts and changes into a mental patient, mumbling to himself.
It's a mirror.
Psychological. Who are you?
Well,
Because you are not one of us. I don't know who you think it is.
you're right. I'm not. But there is a ongoing situation caused by one of you.
No, not this. As they push you to the side, almost pushing you off the chair, and point out what you just wrote. This doesn't make sense. Where's the context? Where's the twists? Where's the turns? Where's the explanation? Where is the apotheosis?
It is the preliminary thoughts. To create the story, it's imperative that you find the surface thoughts and then comprise those into a more intricate story.
Points at the sentence about Mason. And where is this? And where is negative? Yes, he emerges bound in front of negative. But where is negative?
Excuse me, I'm hearing my name.
It has to make sense. There has to be logic. Which proves you are not one of us. We all have a semblance of logic, even if the logic is confusing.
Well, then here. Can I attempt to wipe it clean?
Sure. Roll cognition.
Is that a cognition? Okay. Ooh, that one's not good. That's only a 5, but I'm gonna spend 2 tokens to make it a 7.
So you basically just move your finger across the paper and the sentence disappears.
And then I'll sit down.
It doesn't matter.
How does this sound? And I'll try to type out a location. So like at Entity Point, I know like generally the city, right? Like that's about it. I don't really know any landmarks or anything like that apart from where I know the oh my god, why am I blanking? Where I know Cloud was when going into that. So I'm gonna try to type in detail using that location as like the actual atmosphere for where Mason Kane emerges bound and imprisoned.
Okay. So you do that in this cyborg. See, this makes sense. Good job. I still don't know who you are, and I would like to. So please, and they move their hand, and this holographic notebook appears.
My
are
name
you?
is Nam Sinam.
And he looks confused. Nam Sanam?
Correct.
Yes, you see, right here, you're not supposed to be here yet. We haven't gotten to that
Well,
chapter.
I think that's why we're actually having this conversation now. It's two separate stories coexisting.
Hmm.
While you might have the direction or the script, as you would, or as you'd say, for the story now, what's happening currently might be bound to a different story entirely.
Maybe you're right. In any case, you are not one of us. I cannot make you leave, but you are not one of us.
I agree. I don't think I am one of you. But nevertheless, I feel that I need to.
Very well. Let's see how this story of yours plays out. And we shift back over to Mason, Constance, and Negative, and Manic. Going to the town hall. Are you being sneaky? Can
Do you think
Negative be
Negative is-
sneaky?
I want you to tell me if Negative is being sneaky.
What are you rolling for?
We don't have much of a reason to be sneaky, considering we know that the townspeople and the UEG are currently engaged in a conflict, so they'll be very distracted. At
Correct.
least that's the hope.
I forgot I have a reroll.
Yeah, to be fair, the citizens are losing badly, so they might decide they can sufficiently defend against.
As you approach the town hall, you see the massive platform outside. These 4 pillars, and this machine is done. And there is only 1 pillar remaining. 1 pillar surrounding the town needs to be finished. And it will be shortly. But you arrive to the town hall. A firefight is happening. You don't know what's happening on the other side of this barricade, but there is a horde of UEG soldiers outside. And they're winning. What would you like to do?
We need to get on the other side of the barricade.
Okay. How would you like to go in?
I can put a hole through it. I can put several holes through it, actually.
Let's try to do this in a way that doesn't take everybody's attention away from the fight.
There. Put a hole through the town hall. Go through the back.
A small one, like a person-sized hole.
Wait, it's happening inside.
Break a window.
Yeah, we need to get inside.
Just break a window. That does not change my answer.
Barricade.
Yeah, I
We
know,
need to
I
get through
know
the
I said
barricade. Yeah, we need to get through the barricade. That's what Constance is saying.
just
He's like,
break the window.
The barricade surrounds the town hall. There are no windows that we can access.
Break a window.
Not easy.
Just break a window. God.
Just
we're next to a
In
car.
my head, I don't even see walls. Like,
Either that,
I don't even. I see a barricade as literal just people barricading it. So there's no walls, there's no doors, no glass.
Constance is waiting for this problem to be solved because he doesn't have the tools.
Yeah.
He's like, I've stated the objective.
Yeah.
You have the tools.
Mr. Manic is here, right?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure. Anything.
Just
Negative,
don't
who's
blow
not
something
listening to
up
any
and
of
make
the
everybody
words
go,
that are coming out
huh?
of his mouth, is going to blast the wall.
Don't do that.
I will blast the wall, but
The
not,
negative stopped listening after you said we need
Let
to get onto the
Mason
other side.
handle it.
I can get in.
That's not the problem. The problem is
Can you roll influence their actions?
I can roll influence their actions.
Go ahead, Ben.
We have two,
I'll
we have
assist
two
you.
psychopaths on
12.
the team.
okay.
Why the
Well,
fuck did we do this?
I have a +1.
You have
it's actually a 14.
you have successfully
as you-
stopped
you're-
negative.
Negative is just like slowly putting his hand up.
No,
toward it.
nope.
As Constance just moves it back down.
It would.
Mason can do this in a much more subtle way. We don't need to pull everybody's attention away from the fight and at us.
How?
There'll be a time, negative, where you can unleash your brute force. But for the time being, we need to get into an advantageous position to do that. If Mason can get us in there, let's have Mason get us in.
Don't mess with anything we don't have to.
What if the citizens were winning? That way we could get in.
Unfortunately, they were losing before you got here.
That is correct.
I'm here now. I'm
They
experiencing
start
now.
winning.
I can change it now.
Is that gonna help us
Up
at
to
all?
Okay, hold on. Out of game, I want to think about this logistically. How the hell do a small militia of townspeople
Who have never fought
miraculously
before.
start winning?
Remember the
Do you remember the
number
Revolutionary
one rule
War?
of your power is it has to make sense.
Yeah, because like, how does a small town militia suddenly turn the tide into battle against a force that outnumbers them 100 to 1 with superior arms, superior training,
Don't
and
you dare
superior
just say
units?
American Revolution.
I have a question.
No.
I have a theoretical
I also have
question
a
on
reason,
how this
an
might
idea.
make sense.
They have a nuke. That's it.
What did they know that they were going to be attacked?
A Death Star style port.
Counterpoint specials.
Someone has put it in on accident.
Where?
If they knew they were going to be attacked, they could have planned for
You want to wait for them to
what
start
is it?
winning?
I don't see this making
not a way to
sense.
start winning, but a way or a what is it called when they like contingency plans. Say that they
You can
broke
make it
in
there.
a specific
This-
field and they had planted bombs
I'm
underneath.
just gonna walk around to the backside of the barricade behind the town hall
Yes.
where the fight isn't happening.
If they take too long, can I do something like Team 2?
Yes.
Cool.
Team 2 will show up if they take too long.
That is
Great.
all I
Negative
need.
is gonna follow.
Team
him to
2
the back.
is definitely showing up then.
This group is terrible at making decisions, so yes.
All the decisions we could have made are good.
Yeah, not the decisions are not bad.
Actually,
Making them.
the decision was made.
Patrick, if I can liquefy dirt, can I liquefy steel?
For some reason,
Liquefy
that's
anything,
what's taking the
sweetheart.
longest.
Any different than negative just blasting the wall?
You turn it into glass and it
It's
shatters.
a
I
lot
turn it
louder
into a
when you do
fluid.
it.
It's loud when he does it too.
Turning it into a fluid?
I could turn it
No.
into a fluid. Yes.
Can I just shotgun the wall?
That's a terrible idea. And
Ironically, likely to be less loud than negative.
that is correct. That's for negative screaming.
What if
not,
the material
not
that
the
does
actual
though?
blast?
Like the highly incendiary thing that they use to like burn through metal.
Thermite.
Oh,
Thermite.
It
Termite.
is.
He's gonna pull out a fucking etch-a-sketch, just
I'm
like
gonna
Yeah,
pull out a
rusted
jar
aluminum,
of
yeah.
termites and just hope it works.
It's a very
Should I let the dice tell the story or burn 3 tokens on this?
Don't listen to
In what
Connor.
world is he going to tell you not to let the dice tell the story?
Wait, I got a token for 12 plus.
He's making a,
10.
that's the purpose.
In,
Yeah.
He
what
either
world would
goes
he
the
not say
opposite
roll?
route and saying fate point, or he says let the dice tell the
Listen,
story.
we have determined the method by which we should enter this, drawing the least amount of attention with the most favorable outcome as we can see it. The dice are the storytellers.
Come on, live a little.
Live a little, Zane.
Ironic,
Use 3 fate points.
Connor, ironically, when you tell people to use fate points, that is not letting the dice
I
tell the
know, but fate points are always undoubtedly
The dice is telling
interesting.
the story.
He says let the dice tell the story, but primarily you should live a little. Using fate points is in fact living a little.
It's living a lot, actually.
I'm gonna chunk
It's
change
living a
3
little
times.
less.
Okay.
Sometimes, while the dice are the storytellers, they're not always good at their job.
The wall turns into a fluid. It flops onto the
Okay.
On the behind where the fighting is taking place, on
Yes.
the other side of the town hall, it does not affect the town hall wall. It only affects the barricade on the
That's
other
all
side.
they need.
I'm just
Well, we can break a window into the town hall. We actually can do that part.
Yes, we can.
Now, here's the thing.
Yes.
Your power should have also affected the town hall. It did not.
Oh.
That's interesting.
Yeah, you just smash a window.
You know, maybe we should check if it's open
Agrees.
first.
Why would it be open?
If someone hears the window breaking.
Who's still in there?
I just remembered who's on that team. That's right there.
Then he already knows we're here.
As you enter, pointing a shotgun in your face is Gideon Grant.
The mayor.
Oh. Grant, hi. Hey, how's it going?
You
Enemy.
shaved.
Enemy.
Yeah. Put it down. Yeah.
Enemy. Put it down. Put it down.
Yeah.
He's not.
No, I shaved.
Mason, it's not. This is not worth it. Yeah. Constance looks down at himself.
At the armor he's wearing.
So
And the prisoner jumpsuit.
So the
Manic has a shotgun.
Who are these people?
the me that you've been dealing with, he's evil and wants to kill people and
Okay.
destroy the town.
Mason, don't infantilize this man. The Mason that you've known for the past
I knew you were gonna do that.
the Mason that you have known for the past amount of time that has operated as the past 6 months that has operated as a vice mayor is actually a Mason. This is going to sound crazy, and it is a Mason from an alternate universe. This Mason is the Mason from this universe. This is his home universe. He is not evil, does not have political ambitions, and generally cares about the sanctity of life. It is in his interest and also his desire to stop this other Mason that you have known, because this other Mason is without a doubt evil and intends to destroy this Mason as we know him. These other people with us, I am Constance, I'm with Cloud. This is Mason from Universe 1B. This is Negative, a prisoner from a very powerful prison that held very powerful prisoners. This is Manic, somebody who probably is thinking about all the different ways he could kill you right now. But he's not going to, because we're not here to kill anybody other than Mason Kane from Universe 1A.
Maybe some of the.
He's not pointing the shotgun at you, but he still has
And
it
the
in his
UEG.
hands.
Valid.
Now, if you don't believe any of this, recognize that I currently have a massive sword on my back. Again, this man over here has thought of at least 17 different ways to kill you, and Negative probably doesn't give a shit about who you are, but also could kill you very easily.
I do not, and yes, I can.
Wall.
It's
You brought up the sword. A sword doesn't beat a shotgun.
No, but the point is, this is all insane, so it's in your best interest to walk away and pretend like none of this is happening. That's his brain right now.
Your OneDrive finished syncing everything.
Good job. I don't use it.
And you should tell us
I deactivated
where Kane went.
OneDrive is very useful. in
Robert?
situations.
Let everyone know I'm gonna be busy for the next few minutes. He goes into his office,
Uh-huh.
hoping you follow.
Native follows Mason.
You don't have to make people feel stupid.
It's so much fun. Shut up.
If I can comprehend what's going on, even with a shred of lucidity, so can this guy. He's holding a shotgun.
You have 2 brain cells to work together.
Which guy? That guy or me?
Both.
The other guy.
Hmm.
As you enter in. For Manic, Gideon Grant, mayor of town, wearing very similar to what I'm wearing right now.
He's wearing
A
They can't see you.
pale blue suit.
Yeah, I can.
Looks very basically just imagine me but darker hair.
skin. You but darker.
Ah.
Glasses.
Oh, you can't
as
be saying
well.
that.
So similar.
He's tall, dark, and
But he
And
sits
so
down
pale.
at his desk, setting the shotgun there.
And 5 out of 10. Where's Kane?
When was the last time you saw Mason with a beard?
About an hour ago.
What was he doing?
He was telling me that the best way to. He told me to fight back, basically. Just
called it.
We thought as much. Did he say anything about where he was intending to go, what he was intending to do?
he said he was dealing with some unfinished business, taking out the garbage in a way at home.
Thanks, Gideon. It's possible he was yeah, Constance's going to lead the four of us away from Gideon. He doesn't need to know about any of this.
No.
It's very possible that he's talking either about the apartment or
His
he
home
could
universe.
be referring abstractly to the janitor within the unwritten room.
Janitor.
There's a janitor there, otherwise known as Horror. He is a janitor for some reason.
Okay.
Gideon, who still, you left the room, but he still
There.
followed you for a second, leaning against the doorframe.
Okay.
Kane Labs.
I see.
He's up at the mall.
What is a mall?
Shopping complex.
So I don't know you, right?
Me?
No, not
You
really.
don't know me?
I've lived here long enough to hear your
You know what I mean.
yes. He
What do I do?
the town.
What should I do? Everyone's. I'm getting everyone.
Get
killed
someone else
right now.
reelected.
It's in the people's best interest currently to surrender immediately. If you want these people to still be alive by the end of this conflict, surrender now. Otherwise, there's not going to be a town left. Us and a few others are currently working on solving some bigger ambiguous problems that I can't really get into right now. But I assure you, this fight you will lose, and you'll probably lose in the next 10 minutes. So cut your losses and surrender.
Roll influence their actions.
He's not gonna roll. He's gonna use the fate point.
No.
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 He's gonna use the fate point after you.
Yeah.
Roll.
No,
Using
you
a fate
can
point
use
after you roll
action.
is always the better option.
No, but Connor would never do that.
Oh, I know.
How'd you do?
Well,
Poorly.
he rubbed his head.
It is a
so-
total of 6.
But
I will spend 4 tokens to make it a 10.
you can only do it up to a max of 3 plus. That's what it says
That
in the
has-
rules.
Oh, can
in the
you?
rules it says you can use tokens +1, +2 to a max of +3.
Have we ever done that?
I feel like we've used more than 3
I don't
tokens.
think so.
We've not gone. With
Oh,
I don't
that.
think so. Not
I
as far
don't
as
think
I'm
we've
aware.
gone with that.
I don't know.
Regardless, he is he can roll a sister ender.
Drew, I could make it a 9 with 3 tokens. Why don't we just move that? I'll use 9, and somebody here can assist me.
Oh, actually, we never decided what
Right.
negative spirit is.
But I
Yeah,
want
we-
the maximum
I do
threshold
know he has
for
-1 in charm,
success.
+3 in spirit, and that's it. That's all that's certain.
Bro.
Bro, you just need a +1, man.
That's a 5.
Bro.
5?
2 plus
you-
3 is 5.
Yeah.
You have
What's your
do you
plus?
have
It's
any
plus grit.
bonus to grit?
No.
I have no bonus to crit.
Do you have tokens?
I have 1 token. Okay, 6.
Hey, Manic!
No, he has a +0 to grit too.
Damn it!
No, it doesn't matter. The total's 8. It's still a success. Ish.
It's the most minimum success you need.
Okay.
There is
That's an
nothing
experience.
anywhere on
That is an
giving a
experience.
maximum number of fate points. You can use.
I
They're not fate points.
There should be. We
Once.
had put that in. I remember.
We'll figure it out later.
You're the You're the people stopping this, right?
Yes.
You're the heroes we're forced to deal with.
Hopefully. No, don't
Heroes
describe
is a
us-
strong word.
Yeah, do
but
not describe us as heroes. We're not here to be heroic.
Based in the past, even heroes not claiming to be heroic ended up saving the day, so I don't really care.
This is definitely more of a situation where we're being upfront with you.
Yeah. Anyway, so you said Kane Labs?
Yeah, Kane.
Then we're leaving.
Kill Tracy Boyle for me.
We will do our best. Who's that?
Wait.
We'll do our
I will
best.
do my best.
Who?
Who is that?
Yeah, he says that out loud.
Oh,
to
that's pretty good.
Mason.
Very, very much a Drax thing to say.
Mhm.
Negative is
Mhm.
Drax scenario.
It's Drax, but useful.
Here's the thing, though. Drax doesn't understand metaphors. Negative actively ignores them.
One could assume that means he doesn't understand them. Then
He doesn't understand them.
If we have our way, I'll cut off her head.
Good.
Yeah.
Executioner, sort more accurately.
Just go to your phone. Look at
And
the
you
bell
leave
bearing.
the town hall.
The bell bearing.
We will shift over to group 2.
We're definitely not hitting the next day.
It's not like you're going to the same location that they were just at.
So he basically has a bus.
No, we're going to the next one.
He has
Right next to it.
Eh?
That one.
The platform is right in front of the town hall.
Yeah.
So pretty much as they're leaving the town hall, you're arriving at the town hall as the fight is
We're
happening.
leaving out the back.
Bye.
Yes.
We're coming from
Bye,
the
Manic. Bye, Manic.
side. I would like it known I am not leading them down the main street.
No.
I am trying.
You're going back ways.
I'm taking back roads, and I basically was
You
gonna.
find an abandoned station wagon down one of the back roads.
Can I? Does the battery have any charge left?
Yes. And wasn't left on.
Well, I'm gonna take the rest of the charge.
Okay.
I'm gonna pop the hood briefly, and I'm just gonna.
All the charge into your gun.
But yeah, so
I like that
Technically,
this name
I'm
said
leading
Zach
them-
the whole time, and he hasn't done.
I'm leading them the same direction that those guys ended up going.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a hole in the wall now. There wasn't one before.
Oh yeah. So you go behind the town hall. There's a giant hole in the barricade. That definitely wasn't there before.
So is it a dome or is it just a big old wall?
It's a wall.
Okay.
It's a makeshift.
So we
wall.
could have gone over it.
But you do see here the fighting has stopped.
Hmm.
There is no more gunfire.
I don't like that.
Archibald, you're there too.
I'm gonna
Yes, I
send
am.
my drones up pretty high, and I'm gonna
Nice.
see what they see, giving me a decent aerial
It
view.
appears the city has surrendered.
Okay.
Well, that's good for them. And probably for us, since the guards will be relaxing now.
Hmm.
Probably. Well,
Have you ever seen an actual combat zone? Like a
combat
true
zone,
combat zone.
No, attempted prison break on the other hand.
Those are very, very different.
Yes, I'm certain.
Has anyone here seen
we're
an active
experienced in
combat
that.
zone?
Concrete raises his hand.
I'll just nod. It's fair.
Can I use one of my connected dots?
Sure.
I had rolled 12.
For what?
Um,
And on what?
How does this mystery connect to the bigger picture? The device.
She had rolled 12 for her connected
Yeah,
dots at the
I know
beginning
So
of
I
the
hold
session.
3.
So the device specifically, you're asking, how does it connect to the bigger picture?
Yes.
This
Now
is
that I'm,
the
like, up
crux
close
of
and seeing
Tracy
it.
Boyle's plan. Everything leads to this machine.
To its existence or non-existence.
What?
To its existence or non-existence.
What do you mean?
does she? It's big and flashy and grabs attention. Does it seem like its purpose is to do what we think, or is it?
A distraction?
Is she counting on us to try and destroy it?
You don't know much about Tracy Boyle. But what you do know is she has contingencies upon contingencies. If this doesn't work, something else will.
Archie knows this is a trap.
Or believes this to be a trap.
The simplified version of what I was asking. Thank
Yeah.
you.
From the aerial view, can I see if this device has any visible? So it's powered by this gas?
So there are wires going from every single pillar surrounding town to this machine.
Perfect.
Indestructible wires.
That's still a system, isn't it, though?
Yes, it is.
Cool. That's all I needed.
Though you see from your aerial view before they see the machine. There are a few soldiers at the machine. They seem to be strapping someone into a chair in the center of all the pillars.
Can I pull the zoom and enhance a couple times? And
You see Alan Boyle Jr.
Huh.
Wait,
So
am I with you right now?
Tracy's
brother?
son.
Oh, son. Okay.
Yes.
Wait, am I with him seeing this right now?
No, he's seeing this
No,
through his
you're-
drones.
Yeah.
Okay, all right,
They're connected to my
But
headset.
you're-
all right. And we would have put you in on the comms as well.
Yeah.
Of
Well,
course.
I was already.
Well,
in
he's
comms
with us,
I
from
was.
last
I know.
time.
right?
No, I had to change
Oh, you
them
changed
since
them? Okay.
because other Kane had them.
Makes sense.
But he's
made a channel that you
Eugene
can
is
access.
actively with us though, right?
Yes.
Like even though we can't see what he's seeing.
Correct.
Yes.
They're strapping her son to this machine.
There is an
No.
immediate reaction from Archibald.
You can't see his face, but you can
You
tell.
can. His entire demeanor shifts.
Okay.
So she found him?
Apparently, I didn't know he was missing.
Actually, oh,
Archibald, maybe you should have kept a closer eye on.
Is there anyone still?
shouldn't have
actively
told her that he
keeping
was at my
watch?
that I was keeping an eye on him.
Is there any? Are there any members of the military still actively keeping watch, or do they seem more at ease outside of what they are
Seem-
currently working on?
Seem more at ease.
Okay. So, okay. I can remove him. She will not be able to use him for what he is going, or what she wants to do, but he will not survive.
No,
What does she want to do with him?
I can get him out.
What can he
He's
do?
being strapped into this thing, so it can't be good.
I can get out. I can get him out, but only if we do it now.
Now?
Yes.
Because I can remove him from the equation now.
Are we going to do?
Someone
this?
make a
Are we going
decision.
to jeopardize the mission for this.
Well, assuming that he is part of this, because it's needing to be done, and I assume he is relevant.
Excellent. I'll take care of it. Archie vanishes.
Archie disappeared.
I am preparing to dive bomb him and self-destruct that drone.
Yes. And
Yeah,
Archibald,
like, full
once again,
on.
doing things solo. Well,
Hey, he did say multiple times, "Hey, I can get him out of there."
uh-huh.
And he said, "Yeah, we need to take care of him."
he means in a
And
in a very literal sense.
Can I
Take
find
care
one
of.
of the cables?
yeah,
Cool. That just
They're
want to
all
be.
along the
I
ground.
just want to be near one, and I'm gonna ask Kimberly
You're right, Connor.
if you can
It
communicate
won't be
with this cable,
six sessions.
Can I communicate
Yeah.
with
You
this
just-
cable?
It might not win.
because it's all one system.
Yes.
Is that a Rolly thing?
What?
To communicate with the
And-
system, since we're right by one of the cables that's connected to the big thing.
Are you trying to use your power?
Yes.
Yes.
Do. That is a 12.
Okay. What do you
Am I
say?
able to discern intentions of a device?
Sure.
What is that? There we go.
Could I? Okay, I'm gonna wait to see how this goes. Actually.
We'll see. It's plus charm.
Yes. Which I know you're not great at.
But come on,
I
Kimberly.
have it
live a
zeroed
little.
out currently.
Live a little, Courtney.
that doesn't help with 3.
No. Huh.
Oh my gosh.
What is the minimum number for things?
7.
7.
7.
Yevon.
I don't think you have enough tokens.
And I
for
can
that.
only. Well, I have, including the 10 I just rolled.
You don't. You can't use the
I-
one you. Oh no, yeah, you can. Never mind.
The use power one.
Yeah.
I have full tokens then.
Oh, okay. How many would you like to use?
Wait, if she's rolling use, she's not rolling use power, right?
No, I'm just her
Oh,
intentions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insight check.
She would use more than 3.
What would 3 get you? A 6?
6.
Can I roll to assist?
You may roll to assist.
Because I'm a tech guy and I'm gonna try to figure out what this does by using the gauntlet.
Yeah.
All right.
So if you use
You're like
if
the
you
only
use
person
3
who could have
tokens,
helped her in this
Eugene
situation,
will
too.
be
That
using
is
assist or
a-
hinder.
I got
Kim-
a 8,
Okay, that so you
plenty.
if you use 3 tokens, that will be a 7.
which
Okay,
is
then I will
bare
take that.
minimum.
Yes.
Mhm.
So the only intention that you can glean from this machine is to call and contain.
No.
Am I able to tell call what or contain what?
You do not know. Call and contain.
So it's a summoning circle.
This is a summoning circle.
This is a scientifically
And this-
made summoning circle.
Oh, yeah, bad.
Yes.
Can I, while they're doing that,
But it's
like,
irrelevant at this point.
Ariel has
I do too.
nothing to
but
do.
You'll find out.
So can she kind of zone out and see if she can get a hold of chaos?
Yes, you may.
I think I know.
Roll cognition.
I think I know.
Cognition, not use power.
No, not in this scenario.
Fine. What is my cognition? That's
I
what-
don't have any powers.
That is a
You are
7
happy
total.
for it.
I'm a no brain cell.
You're not able to
Same
fully
thing with
talk to
your
him,
no
but you might be able to
brains.
say a few things. He might be able to say a
Okay.
couple things back.
Spirit.
She will just kind of like zone out and
Spirit and
be like,
Mhm.
Grandpappy, we found we found Stormcloud. What it do? Question mark.
What it do?
What it do?
Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point!
No question. Yeah, like it there. I'm sure English was not a top study at Sparta Lab, so you know.
You. The only
Grammar.
phrase you hear back is, "One of us will be there shortly."
Huh. I told you. I didn't
Good
say
or
it.
bad? Question.
Basically,
So
One of-
XO.
someone it will be there to explain the problem.
So like, not someone is being summoned and it's a bad thing, but someone
No,
will.
someone will be there to explain the problem.
Okay.
They cannot fix it, but they will be there to tell you what's going on.
And
The
like
NPC
to
will be
us specifically,
expositioning.
or
What?
like just like to us, Team 2 specifically, or just someone will come to Entity Point.
The important ones.
Oh, of course.
Everyone important.
So anyway, all the players.
All the players.
Okay.
Yes,
Alright.
you in the back.
So first, this thing that is being built, the summoning circle,
Mhm.
are the pylons, pillars, whatever. Where's the kid?
In the center of them.
Okay, so he's
Though
definitely
this kid is
bait?
20. So for you, Joseph,
Yeah.
he looks like young Alan Boyle,
Okay, cool.
but he has way too thick of a beard for being like 23.
I've seen some people like that.
Yeah, you're one of them.
So just
no,
imagine
I know I
Ryan.
wasn't.
No, I know.
So, I don't
Wait,
know
that's
what
how
role
it
this would
looks like.
be, but could I try to have my gauntlet reverse the machine and send away whatever is in the middle of that?
Oh wait. Oh no. Oh.
Your gauntlets cannot.
The
affect machine
nanobots
that
cannot
way.
do that.
This machine is designed in a way where only one person can tell it what to do,
That's all I needed to know.
and that
Can they
person is
pretend
not
to be
here
that
yet.
person?
What?
Can the gauntlet pretend to be that person?
No.
No, it's not built to do that.
Nor would that.
Can I tell how much power's running through this if I like just touch it?
More power than you have ever seen.
It's time to see what these nanobots can do.
In fact, there is more power than the explosion that caused the crater.
Oh,
So no, you ain't gonna do nothing against that boy.
can
Courtney
I
has a
tell-
thing.
Oh no.
Yes, Courtney.
I was being patient.
Well, they can't see you, so.
I can
I-
see you.
But
I
you
thought
weren't paying
Patrick could.
attention.
Well, Patrick's not paying attention.
You have to say things.
Is my use power still active?
I will say yes.
We're both touching this cable right now, trying to figure out information.
Yes. Very different information, though.
Very different.
First, a side question: can I be open to if the nanobots reach out? Like if they
Sure.
knock.
We're touching the same
on
thing right
the
now.
connection?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
And then asking the machine, what are you? What is Stormcloud?
Stormcloud.
Stupid machine, apparently.
Can I
Very stupid.
That is what the machine says.
can I give her a term to use with technology?
Sure.
Define Stormcloud.
Me. No.
Because computers
Define
don't talk the
Stormcloud.
same way.
Summoning and containing cosmic beings.
I knew it. Who's getting?
And as that is said,
Is she going
appearing
after Dad?
to all
The clones are
players,
Oh, okay.
as if they are all there, simultaneously.
Oh.
There is a figure. This,
Hermes.
though
The god of messages.
immediately
Messages. Messages.
a lot less grand as you might expect. You see a man with long, dark, long, light brown hair, a thick beard, a long white lab coat with a maroon undershirt, and thick glasses.
Wait.
Appears to all of you, though standing a few feet taller. Though none of you know who this is by name, not immediately, it's as if you are all immediately told.
Oh, Titus wishes he.
Appearing before you is the Exalted One.
Uh-huh.
And that is where we will end this session of Entity
What a
Point.
surprise.
Thank you for watching.
So I didn't. Okay, so we were talking about purple gas earlier.